Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the first session of what's going to be a three-part one-shot, where we take a little bit of a break from Villanova, but instead we'll be jumping back, or back for some of us for the first time, for others, into the world of New Yerra. Yes. I can see why Clay messes this up all the time. We don't have anything else to say?
What?
No announcements. All right, I'll right into it. Tonight's story picks up as dawn breaks over the sprawling landscape of New Yerra, and a marvel of modern engineering thunders across the countryside. The Sunrise Express, a gleaming steam-powered locomotive fresh from the press, slices through the morning mist, with a resonant whistle that echoes across the rolling hills. The northern colonies continue to expand and prosper as the years march on, under the strict watch of the crown and aided by technological advancements of the old world. The pinnacle of such advancements would have to be the train you all find yourselves on today, the Sunrise Express. With its polished metal and brass fittings gleaming in the early sunlight, 4 passenger cars designed for above all else comfort and luxury, offer plush seats and large arch windows frame the golden light that cascades over the New Yerran countryside. Towards the rear sits the sleeping quarters, a quartet of carriages appointed with dueling sets of bunk beds placed on either sides for those travelling overnight. Outside the windows, amongst the small clusters of civilization, you bear witness to the beauty of New Yerra. Rolling hills and deep valleys stretch as far as the eye can see. Sparse clusters of oaks and maple trees stand in the early morning fog. Occasional glimpses of small towns and homesteads flash by as men and women make their way up and down the dirt trails and begin their day. This deep into the colonies, those who live here might have forgotten about the danger that these lands possess, as the settlements seemingly have no protection. Fishermen sit up on the banks of rivers with no fear of what may lie deep in the murky waters. But our story does not concern ourselves with the likes of fishermen or other orderly people. Instead, we look to a group of colourful characters sitting in the back of the train, shoulder to shoulder in a booth nestled deep in the bar cart. Would you all like to describe your characters? We'll start off at the top. We'll go Nick.
Uncle Grady is his name. He is nobody's biological uncle. But everyone calls him Uncle Grady. He's been missing for a while, but he came back to the gang. He sits about like maybe 6'8", but he's like very hunched over. He does not wear a shirt, but he wears overalls. He has a pickaxe kind of just like nestled into the back of his overalls. He's a half orc, so he has like 2 big tusks, one of which has been just poorly coated in gold. And he has like a little prospector's hat with like scraggly white hair that if he were to take his hat off, he would have like the no hair on the top of his head.
All right. Next up, we will go Kauai.
My character, she is a human, half lizard folk. She has red scales all around her body except for her face and like neck and upper arms, like chest area. It kind of tapers off. She is wearing a light pink solid cowgirl kind of like get up. With a bedazzled red cowboy hat. And she wears very heavy makeup. But she has like these red scales that have like golden flecks in it. Black hair that she has up in like a high ponytail with like these big curled locks. And green eyes.
Alright, I was correct when I said colorful characters. Next up, we'll go to GC Man.
Actually, you would be next, Sam.
I have 4 character descriptions. They're going to go at the end so we don't break up the flow.
So my character probably sitting down as well. Roughly standing at 5'5", kind of a dark brown hair, parted and pulled back in the middle, shorter hair, wearing these kind of dull white robes. You see Damien Angelo II opening in, probably having in his hand one of those mini Bibles. It's very small. Like nobody could actually read that, but he's got it and he's reading it.
These little hotel room Bibles. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and if that's it, next up we'll end up with Raider.
You see one Eden Nightingale sitting kind of very scrawny looking man, a very fine pinstripe suit, red tie, a vest, and white undershirt. Long stringy hair that has signs of some graying in it, whether or not that be long nights of research and or just general age. Looks human, save for the eyes where they are slitted and yellow. But yeah, other than that, equipment-wise, he just has a double-action revolver at his side, and that's it.
All right, and those are our 4 PCs, but alas, there are 4 other gang members of the Winter Walkers gang that will be accompanying you on this heist. First things first, you see Freshwater Frankie, an enormous Floridian woman who stands around 6'7". As any and all Floridians, she is covered in scales and has pronounced crocodilian features. She wears a worn, ragged shirt covered with whatever food they're currently serving in the carriage this morning. Her hands are wrapped with rope and jagged pieces of wood, creating a sort of makeshift gauntlet on each of her hands. Next up is left-leaning Lenny, a halfling man with a penchant for veering to the left, given the human-sized short-off he wears on his waist. He wears an inexplicably clean black bowler hat and a homemade poncho made from the remains of his black and white striped cloth of his previous prison attire. Third, we have Dandy Dick Hackett, a half-orc man dressed to the nines in the finest attire that the thieving life can buy. He wears a green, wide-brim hat that matches his vest and trousers. He wears a white undershirt with its sleeves rolled up and its chest buttoned down, revealing a coarse web of black hair on both of his chest and forearms. Adorning his wrists and fingers are golden rings and bracelets worn in an excessive amount that match the 2 gold rings worn at the base of each of his tusks. And finally, we meet Billy Winters, a man who inherited the gang from his late father Wallace Winters, a man that Uncle Grady would know all too well. Over the past few years, Billy has taken the gang from running drugs out of Carolina to an unsuccessfully robbing banks around the colonies, something he claims to be a lateral move in terms of success. Billy wears a black suit with a green tie, gaudy snakeskin boots, and a worn brown cowboy hat given to him by his father. He wears it over greasy, slick-back black hair. As the train continues across the countryside, Billy Winters makes his way from the bar after recently ordering a drink, and makes his way to the booth to address you all. Now, I'm sure most of y'all already know the deal, but let's go over this one last time. Newark has just opened another bank, bringing us to a total of 2. Now we're about an hour out of town as we speak, and once the train stops, it will remain at the station for around 30 minutes as it refuels and the crew swaps out. In that time, we'll be robbing both banks and making our way back here, in which we'll make our getaway on this very train. You see Winters rustles through a leather satchel he wears on his side and emerges with 3 pieces of paper. As for the minute details of such a heist, I've left that up to us as a crew to discuss. Now, I've been lucky enough to procure blueprints of one of the banks, as well as a list of information one might find useful. As he does so, he places a blueprint of a rather small bank and a loose bit of scrap paper with some information scrawled on it. As for the second bank, I do have this, and that's when he emerges the 3rd piece of paper. Now, my cousin's friend's husband works at the bank, and given he has provided us with this information, we do owe him $250 as we make our exit. He'll meet us next to the deposit boxes inside the bank. And that's when he places down the 3rd bit of paper. The 3rd bit of paper is an incredibly, awfully scrawled map of a much larger bank. This is not a professional blueprint at all. It's very clearly what this man's just loose recollection of what the bank looks like from inside. Kind of just scrawled loosely with what seems to be crayons on a bit of paper. The other blueprint is proper legal city documents that Billy Winters has seemed to acquire. And just per chance, if we don't happen to make it back to the train, there is a construction site that the train passes on its route out of the city. Now, if we ever get split up or we seemingly don't make the train, we'll meet there and we'll be able to jump onto the roof of the train and make our getaway back. Now, with all the information stated, let's get to planning. He places all 3 bits of the paper on the bar cart that you guys have found yourself on, and I will show you what you guys see. So this is the first bit of paper, and this is the loosely scrawled map of the larger bank.
Wow, look at that.
All right, now, listen, this man ain't no artistic genius or whatnot, but I thought, he's come here to help us, and this is the best we got.
Wow.
Can't help but notice you ain't right where the doors are in this.
Now, listen, I think that's where the big entry arrows are, but I haven't actually talked to him about
means
this.
The vault is like, there is no door indicate where's the door to the vault.
Oh, you mean the doors in between the rooms? He has elected to forget where those are placed. But I'm sure we'll make do with this. There seems to be 2 entrances. Look, I'm paying y'all a lot of money to be here on this heist. I'm expecting a little bit more input than critiquing my friend's husband's... Fuck, whoever the hell that man is who gave us this map. But, he is helping us nonetheless.
Right, friend's husband, second cousin, I get it.
You paid $250 for this map?
Once we rob the bank, he's gonna meet us next to the deposit boxes, in which we will give him $250 once we have procured the money.
So we have paid $250 for this map.
Perhaps, if you were to elect to look at it as such. I like to think of it as a down payment for success.
Well, that's all right. Let's get to planning on this very detailed map here. We got Boss Man's room. Stay away from there. So, which side are we coming in? Do we want to get into the vault first or the deposit box? Because the deposit boxes are going to take longer, but the vault is going to have more on-hand money.
Now, I do believe to access the vault, the key in which we need to access it will be located in the boss man's room, hence its location marked on said map. So we would like to factor that in. However, I do actually have the blueprint for the second bank if we want to swap over. Alright, we can focus on this one, we can focus on the second one. The second one also comes with a list of information I was given that would help us in robbing the bank. Now, would we like to stay on this one, or would like to move to the second one?
Let's take a look at the second one, shall we?
Alright, Eden. I like this forward thinkingness. And this is when he directs you to a much more official bank blueprint.
Now, was this like $250 each, or was this like $250 per, like just for both?
No, alright. My friend's husband's ex-wife's cousin's neighbor I was given this map by a much more reputable source. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. The second bank, the first bank, the bank that we have the shitty drawing of, that was my idea. Right now, I've been tipped off to this bank by an unknown man, or unknown to you, known to me, and he has given me the information to rob it, and I have thought to myself, now why stop at one bank when I can rob the second? And that's when I got in touch with my husband's ex-wife's friends' neighbors to, map out the second bank. So this is much more official.
Well, there we go. That's a 2-for-1 deal.
Exactly. See, thank you. Someone understands my forward-thinking entrepreneurial mindset.
If
Thank
that's
you
the
very
case,
much.
then this official-looking one is less prone to error. We should try that one first. They'll be unsuspecting, and we can go for the one that we don't know as much about.
All right, my fine plan. And he grabs the piece of scrap paper up off the desk. Now, there is a little bit of information. This is called the Newark National State Bank. That is the newly founded as of a couple months. We actually do have a bit of information here, given to me by the same man who gave us the blueprints. That there are 2 offices stationed outside the front. Well, there will be another 2 stationed by the side entrance. One of the tellers, a woman named Marianne, is having an affair with Officer Clark, who is stationed outside the front of the bank. As well as a abandoned saloon sits to the right and shares a wall with the bank. This could be of use. And finally, the key to the vault should be found in the head office of the bank manager. Now, using that information, I'm sure I would be able to come up with a series of convoluted plans in which to enact and rob this bank successfully.
So, how thick think them there walls are around that vault?
Around the vault, I'd say pretty thick. Most likely made out of some kind of metal of some kind.
Could just always blow up the bank.
Now, Uncle Grady, what do you mean by that? Do you mean blow up the entire bank?
Well,
So-
if they blow up it pretty nicely, then the people dead, and then we just go in, take the money, and then we go.
Does anyone else have any ideas of how to go about this? Uncle Grady, I don't want to discourage your ideas, but I'd like to file that as maybe like somewhere low within the 26 letters of the alphabet, maybe like Y or W. That's plan W for now. Let's come up with plan A to W first, and then maybe we can fall back on that.
Well, perhaps we could. I see a couple of options here. If we want to blow up, is this the wall that's shared with the saloon?
That is correct. That is the right wall is shared with the abandoned saloon to the right.
Perhaps if we wanted to still blow something up, we could blow up a hole right here, then rush the head office, get the key, double back into the vault, and then just leave back out that way. That seems like the quickest way to do it.
If we
You
do that, we might want to save this bank for second then, because then they'll put the other one on alert. And that'll make it much harder to get to the second one in general.
You see Dandy Dick Hackett, the half-orc man in a green pinstripe suit, kind of speak up at this point. That is a mighty fine idea. I do recommend that if we ought to use TNT or explosives of some kind, we do leave that to the ladder bank, as Eden has pointed out so gracefully, that it will draw major attention.
Mhm.
I do believe also, as we discussed earlier, that the police response is around 15-20 minutes outside of either bank's kind of vicinity. Therefore, we should have enough time to rob the first one unimpeded outside of any local law enforcement already on the scene. And if we get lucky, maybe the second, but if we don't get lucky, then perchance we will have to fight our way out of the second bank. Maybe we should factor that in, whichever one would like to tackle last.
Mm-hmm. Well, seeing as we have the more detailed map for this one, perhaps we should leave this one for second. There will be less guesswork. So we'll hit the other vault first, and then head to this one. What's the distance between the vault? What are we looking at there?
I believe Winter speaks up. Well, we got about 5 minutes in between the train station to either bank, about equal distance between them, which adds to a total of 10 minutes between each bank. For totaling of about 20 minutes to a bank to the other bank to back here, meaning we got about 5 minutes at each bank.
Okay, so we have to get through each bank in 5 minutes to make it back to the train.
Absolutely. Unless,
Really?
and now I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I believe Uncle Grady was talking to me earlier about blowing up the train as a means to keep it in the station.
Yeah.
Now, Uncle Grady, feel free to correct me if I am butchering your plan in any way, but I believe we got about halfway, as in blowing up the train to keep it here, but we did not figure out the second half in which to remove the train from the station to make our getaway. Now I'm just throwing that idea back out here.
Now, you youngsters, you little Billy, you think, God used trains and all these newfangled things. We got legs. The Lord above gave us legs to walk. We can just walk out of town. I don't know how far Neck Down is, but we can just walk there.
Newark is a rather large city, and I do intend to. There is a certain station outside of the town that we intend to stop at to make our getaway. What's the word I'm looking for? The arrangements have already been made necessary for that. So if we could please leave the town on the train, it would be muchly appreciated.
What is the do we know what the employment rate at the smaller one is? Because if we really want to go in loud, then we could just go in and kill everyone.
Exceedingly violent idea from Eden, but one I am not opposed to. Seemingly there would be the bank manager who has possession of the key to the vault and the head office. There are 4 tellers. I'm not quite sure how many would be on site during the heist, but there would be maximum of 4 in total. And, just a few more admins in the back offices. I'm not sure how many. Maybe we're looking at like 6 to 7 people total.
That's definitely an option, as long as we don't. You see Eden kind of like look side to side. As long as we don't leave anyone alive, then we can go to the second bank pretty much
We could
scot-free.
just tie people up and knock them out.
We could do that too.
That's also, yeah, it's an option. You don't have to kill everybody.
Gotta send them to the Lord above.
Mhm.
Amen.
All right. Well, that's certainly an idea. Lots of ideas have been, thrown around.
And that's what I like. I like this culture of ideas, of forward-thinkingness, of community.
I don't know how great I am at tying up people. Me, I'm all about fire and more fire and burning things and burning other things. Can we see that shitty little map again? The one you were paying a down payment of a house for?
Here we go. Now, this bank is referred to as. Let me get my peepers on this right here. This is the Newark First Bank and Insurance Company. Now, this here bank has been around since the founding of Newark.
You didn't change it.
What you mean? It's right here on the table. What you want, man? Just look to the left a little. You'll see it. Open your peepers.
All right. Truly biggest problem is the interior doors. Really would have helped. I guess.
Now it's a miracle this man spelled vault correctly. He is incredibly illiterate. All right, this is the best we're getting.
What is this boss man, by the way?
Boss man? Well, the man works at the bank, so he would be the boss man to the man who works at the bank.
I mean, you make it seem like he is, in fact, like a boss, as in like some kind of strong individual. Is he? Should we be alarmed by him, or is he just the owner of the bank?
I think he's just a bank manager. Kind of. He has possession of the keys to the vault that we would need, as well as the keys to the deposit boxes. However, I believe the deposit boxes would be, given our skill set, maybe perhaps more easily attainable without the keys. However, the keys of the vault will kind of be non-negotiable.
Truly, this little corner area just has a lot of tiny rooms in it. Not really sure what the setup is here. We could have someone go in and just like ask the questions, pretend like they're interested in opening up a bank account, so we can at least have an idea of some doors on the inside, at least the first room. Cause is the vault directly behind? Like, is there just like a big vault door behind the staff, or is that like you got to go through that room on the right, then go down, and then go to the left? I don't know. See, I don't know, and that changes things, don't it?
Mm-hmm. Now that is modifying an observation, and I would not know either, as I am looking at the same drawing that you are. These are great questions. I'm liking the communication. I'm not opposed to the scouting option. Who's the less flamboyant out of all of us?
I think I would make the most sense going in and starting up a bank account out of everybody here.
Well, you don't actually have to start a bank account. You just need to ask about it. You don't need to make a deposit.
What we can do is I can go in, start the process, say I want a deposit box, get taken to the deposit box room, put my money in a deposit box, come out, and then I have all of the doors.
That do work. Do you have money on you?
Yes, about $10.
Now, what if you opened the deposit box and instead of put money in or things like that, you put dynamite in it?
I don't see what that would accomplish, though.
Blow it up.
But that would ruin all the other deposit boxes around it.
Now we have the deposit box, and we just have the vault. We have the both. What's going on with that? Do we want both, Billy?
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Grady. I don't think I understand a word that just came out of your mouth right then. But I think what you were asking me is whether or not we wanted to rob both the vault and the deposit boxes. My answer to that is
yeah. Okay. So we're gonna need a whole mess of keys to get into them all them little boxes, because I think all of them are gonna be individually locked.
That might have been the most sense you've made all day, Uncle. Yeah, that is correct. There's gonna be a ring of keys that we have to get in possession of to unlock all the boxes.
I will say, worst case scenario, we should prioritize the vault. Safety deposit boxes might not necessarily have money. They may have various assortments of possessions that are safer there.
Was I mistaken in thinking that we are here also because of the Von Severan's wealth, correct?
Correct. That has been transferred to the smaller bank, the more recently established bank. As of a few months ago, it has been created.
Right, the blueprint.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. I didn't want you to change the. I wasn't.
Just look back.
That.
They're both on the table. I don't know why you keep complaining
switching.
so much
You
about
keep
this.
like layer them on top of each other and like swapping them out.
It's a very small table, Nina. You can only have one map on at a time.
All right. Well, let's think who could have. You guys know any rich people around here? We could hit particular I mean, normally they keep like a ledger or something. If you guys know any rich people who live nearby, they might have a deposit box. We can hit those specific deposit boxes if we want.
Well, I'm sure we can just get all the deposit boxes and the vaults. I don't think that'll matter. We'll just be in and out real quick.
Heavy? How are we gonna carry that all out?
We have like 8 people. I'm sure it won't be too bad.
Sorry, I don't live, so.
You see Frankie, this like large crocodilian woman, kind of like with her bare sleeves kind of flex and look specifically at you, Nina, and like wink.
I should also mention that I am very much on board with searching all the safety deposit boxes, but in case things go south, we should prioritize the vault.
I'm not saying search all of them. I'm saying use your head and look at the ledger, look at the number, grab the key for that, grab what's in it, move on to the actual vault. Because like you said, a lot of them might be full of nonsense.
Like birth certificates or something like that.
Exactly. Who cares about that?
You
Fight
see
those.
Lifflin and Lenny kind of speak up at this point. Well, if you guys need someone to go look through the ledgers, perhaps while you guys are preoccupied with the towers in the front, I could sneak into the boss's room, given my adaptitude of being real sneaky-like. And then I could read the ledgers to find maybe like the top 5, top 10 most, valued boxes. Grab the keys for those. I'll meet you back out with the tellers, and I'll hand you the keys to the vault that we can split off, and then some of us can go look through the deposit boxes.
I like that idea.
That works, yeah. That's
Alright. So we get all the money from the vault. Where are we gonna be hiding this while we hit the other one? Or are we just gonna be carrying profuse amounts of money bags and stuff while we rob a different bank?
Maybe we can like rob the train, and this is Billy talking at this point. Maybe we rob the train and see if a bunch of people have like bags that we could put all the money bags in.
what?
You didn't get us any bags? You didn't even get us bags for these?
I got us a map that I spent
$250.
So I'd like you to show a bit of gratitude.
I'm confused. Have you actually spent the 250 yet, or are we still in the process of doing that?
No, he was gonna meet us at the deposit boxes. So once we open the deposit boxes, we're just gonna give him 250 out of the deposit box, and we take what's left.
What if we
Okay.
just knock him out?
Yeah, can
and
we
not
kill a
pay-
guy?
What if
How
we
how
just pay,
attached?
what if we just don't pay him?
How attached? Let me look at my actual relation, the man.
He's like your brother's uncle's cousin.
Exactly. He's a bit far removed. Okay, my cousin has a friend, right? And then she has a husband who works at the bank. So he is the husband of my cousin's friend. Now, that is up for y'all to decide how much trouble. I might have to explain this to someone when I meet up for like the family gathering. Like, yeah, she went south and they didn't make it.
We don't have to
But I'm
kill the
willing to
man.
do it.
Listen, I'm just saying, maybe not. With how much money we're making, I think we can spend $250, even though that's a down payment on a house. We're paying him for. He didn't even put done doors on this.
He
But-
works at the bank and he doesn't know where the doors are?
No, okay. I told you, maybe he doesn't know what the ball. He's just not very artistically inclined.
Okay.
But we don't have to kill a man who's setting us up for success. Ain't no reason for that.
Maybe I can haggle him down to 150. How's that sound? Does that soothe over any egregious thoughts within the group?
You can pay him $250. It doesn't matter
Well,
to me.
people seem to be upset.
It is your money. You can do what you want with it.
It is mine. I'm the leader of this here gang, and do your right to remember that. My daddy done game with this gang. Shut your mouth, uncle.
Yeah, I wasn't there when he gave it the gang, so I don't know about none of that. Your pa's still my boss.
Well, you're on this train. I'm your boss, all right? And I'm your daddy, uncle. Hey, listen to me.
They say he your grandpa. Uncle Grandpa, if you
Yep.
will.
Not the first time I called a grown man daddy. Won't be the last.
I don't need to know that about you. All right, so it sounds like we have a loose plan. We're going to strike the bigger bank first, the one that we have a poorly constructed map of. Sounds like Lieutenant Lenny and maybe a few other accomplices are going to hit the ledgers, grab the keys, while we keep the tellers under control. And then, however, we would like to transport that wealth to the second bank. We're going to blow up the wall in the saloon, bum rush the head office, take the vault, out through the saloon, back here. Now, I'm pretty happy with this here plan. Any objections, side notes, snide remark?
All right. Well, we do need to figure out, Lace, how we're gonna move the money and where we want to store it. We only got why is there no damn time? I mean, we could have just stopped by a store or something and got like some bean bags or anything if we had a little bit more time before the next train came.
Goddamn. Dick, Lenny, head to the back carts. See if you can rustle up any duffel bags or something. Head out. You see Dick and Lenny go like, all right, boss. They head to the back of the train.
All right. I mean, hey, it's a plan. If I know one thing about plans, they always go south, but fire usually solves it, so I feel confident.
All right, I'm just going to mention this to you off the back of Uncle's remarks about the TNT. Please do not burn down the banks, given that the money we'd like to acquire is inside.
Well, what if we already have the money out? Then the banks can burn.
Yeah, absolutely. Burn them. Send them straight to hell.
How about we burn a bunch of buildings on fire, cause a distraction? Because, if there's fire, people going to evacuate the bank. Because I'm sure there are fire safe protocols.
During this time, I doubt it. I'm fine with maybe, maybe we could set a small fire here at the station. Give us some more time. 'Cause
Oh.
maybe we don't need to destroy the train, but maybe because we're going to pull up to a station that's going to stay at for 30 minutes. Maybe we set fire to that. People ain't going to be refueling. They ain't going to be loading the train for the 30 minutes. Give us a little bit of time.
Now, if we do start a fire here at the train station, sorry, there's a dog in the train cart. If we do start a fire at the train station, then wouldn't maybe the police show up and then they'd be there when we're trying to escape?
The brilliant thought there, Grady. That is true.
If we are committed to that, we might want to start a fire somewhere away from both the station and the banks.
Now, I was just mentioning the station in case we wanted to prolong the time that we had. But seems like we got to bum rush both banks, which should be able to be done under 5 minutes each. So I'm not opposed to lighting the fire at a fourth location as to get the ire of the police department.
That's real easy. I mean, you point me in a direction, I'll burn it.
Any ideas of what building we should be aiming for?
What we got nearby, do you know?
Hospital?
Now.
Honestly,
Yeah.
once we rob the first bank, we can set fire to that one once all the money's gone, and they'll just have to focus their efforts on, putting that fire out and seeing if they can recover money from the rubble. So once we leave, we can do that. Or perhaps set fire to a hospital.
I am quite fond of robbing the first bank and then lighting fire to it as a distraction so that we can get away to the second bank.
It does work. New state capital. What do we got here? We got the courthouse.
Oh, the governor's mansion.
I haven't read this map. Does it actually say Governor's Mansion? Holy shit.
Yeah, a little south of the police station. Governor's in town, guys.
Shit, man. I guess we can go kill the governor while we're at it.
Yeah, we got problems with the governor.
Yes, actually, I like this, but you know, I think the money is the main priority here.
Oh, there's a cotton factory. That's gonna burn real nice.
Now, but that is a decent way out of any trip we are making. If we were to do that, we would need to splinter off a group.
Now, when we're leaving town on the train, which way is the train going?
Towards the second bank, we will be exiting via stage right.
Okay.
Wait, are we just walking from bank 1 to bank 2?
Correct.
Damn, we couldn't procure some, like, horses or anything like that?
If you're happy to steal some horses on the way, it would, increase the time between banks, which means we would have more time at each bank.
That's a lot of horses we'd be hoping to run into, though, I guess is the problem.
It's 8 horses.
But we only need bank 2. Oh, I guess bank 2 we're just gonna blow it up, ain't we?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So when we head in, we're gonna hit the building next door to bank 2, blow up the wall. Are we coming out that way as well? Going in, going out, same entrance? Alright.
Makes sense.
So we can't catch that on fire. Till afterwards. For fun.
Well, there is a second side entrance to Bank 2. So maybe we could light the saloon on fire, make our way into the bank through the right door. The hole in the wall that we blow up. Make our way to the head office, make our way to the vault, and then exit via the left alleyway.
Yeah, but aren't there like 2 guards there?
Well, great. Well, I'm thinking once we blow up the bank, the officers are going to enter the bank to investigate.
Yeah, so wouldn't they enter through the door they're guarding?
My thought was they're already going to be in. We're going to have to kill these officers if we use TNT.
Yeah, there's no getting around that.
You know, a little Bill, can you pull up the map of the other bank?
The other bank?
Yeah, I got a question for Miss Nina. Nina, how you feel about shitting your pants?
Why is it me? I'm wearing light pink. Why would I do that?
Because the latest room is on the wall.
Why would I? I'm not gonna. You know what's next to it? The man's.
Yeah.
So
but I need somebody to be in the women's room.
I need you. You could shit your pants and then go into the women's room.
These are different times. Yeah, these are different times, Nina. I don't think we can do that.
You certainly.
Eden, how you feel about shitting your pants?
You see, left-leaning Lenny kind of speaks up. If we're talking about women shitting their pants, I think Frankie has already done so in the booth.
Oh, that's very convenient. So I was thinking, somebody goes in front door, acting like they're just, there to do some banking business, and then they shit their pants. And they'll be like, oh no, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then they go to the bathroom. And when they go in the bathroom, they lock the door. And I'm on the other side of the wall in the saloon, and I'm breaking it down with my pickaxe. And then nobody's blowing up. Everybody don't know what's going on.
I feel like you could just ask to go to the bathroom. I don't think you have to shit your pants.
Well, maybe it's not open to the public. Maybe it has to be an emergency.
Well, that's where you can threaten. Just be like, I really have to go. If you don't let me go, there will be a mess.
You know, if you want to go that way, sure, but you know, you gotta do less acting if you actually shit your pants.
It's a brilliant follow-up. He
You
guys,
don't
he's
gotta roll
great.
no deception if you actually shit your pants.
He's right, you know.
I'm not shitting my pants. Let me lay that out flat, alright?
You see, Billy turns to Lenny at this point. If we have to do this for the team, you're shitting your pants, mister.
I mean, ain't it a lady at the front desk? Someone could, like, get their period or something and just, like, have blood. Just cut yourself, get blood on your pants, and they'll feel bad and let you into the women's, probably. You know, use that womanly sentiment against them. If you want to get nasty with it, I suppose.
Well, I can't do that.
Well, Brady, they don't know
They'll be suspicious of our period.
You don't know what you got in your pants, though, Grady. I mean, you can have another part down there.
That Drew.
I mean, I do, so I ain't no one suspecting that.
So I go in, I cut my thigh, and I say, "Oh, I'm perioding, and can I clean up in your restroom?" And then when I'm in that restroom, I break down the wall between the women's room and the saloon.
How much more quietly do we think a pickaxe is gonna work than actually just blowing up the wall? Because there is a head office directly opposite the woman's restroom.
Ironically, that paints some more usage out of the shit idea, because sometimes people be going through it in the bathroom.
I've never once been shitting for my life and thought to myself, I'd really need a pickaxe right now. That would really help the situation.
No. I can blow it up. Little Bill, have you ever heard of explosive diarrhea?
That's one of them 9th level spells.
Because then I'd be like, oh no, I'm having explosive diarrhea and my period. And then I can just blow up the wall. I can probably tank the hit.
Does it have to be Uncle Grady who does this? Anyone else? Because I'm not opposed to the idea, but I don't think Uncle is the best suited to enact this plan.
Shit, you know,
Shit indeed, Nina. Shit indeed.
I got suggestion. I could actually just ask them to let me in.
My God, this is why we hired spellcasters. Wait a minute. Dandy, ain't you a spellcaster?
Come to think of it, I can also use suggestions, so if we want to go that route, we can do that as well.
I can locate an object if I see it. That's why I was asking, or I was planning on going in and starting up a bank, so I can see the master keys. And then when I come back out, show everybody where the doors are. I can use locate object and see exactly where the keys are. For the first bank.
That's not a bad idea.
Since we only got like 5 minutes to rob that bank, do we have time for you to go on a bank tour and then come out and then also rob the bank in 5 minutes?
I assume it will be pretty quick. I can rush them.
Well, if it's taking too long, we just rob the bank like we intended.
Yeah, yeah. We can...
Oh, I also don't need keys. I have knock, so.
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah, I
well,
don't-
what if we just knock the vault? What if we just go in, knock the vault, take all the money?
I don't think knock works on vault. I think it's very particular to standard non-magical doors. And I'm not making this up as fucking Billy Winters. This is Sam speaking to y'all in a funny accent. It's not gonna work on the vault.
Is it a magic vault, Lil Bill?
Yeah, them ultimate magic. Simple anti-knock enchantment on each of them.
Oh, Hazel, that's a fancy man.
I can also teleport, so I can pop in places as long as I can see in it.
Damn.
Actually, I could just teleport into a room if I want. Yeah, actually, I could just teleport in and teleport out.
Alright, so you don't need to be on your period. You just teleport into the woman's room. And then, can you bring a pickaxe with you?
Well, that might be a bit hard. I would need to measure, because I would have to... It's a mathematical equation. I'd have to be like, I need to teleport exactly 30 feet forward. Now, that could land me in the women's restroom, the office, the hallway. God forbid, somewhere in between.
And that's why we got this very accurate map. That I'm sure it has no complications in measurements whatsoever.
Yeah, I think I can also take another person with me. So
How are we gonna get the rest of the people in the bank?
Well, if I just pop in, I mean, how much money is it? Because I could pop in, pop out. I could do this twice. I could do this 3 times. Actually, I could do this as many times as I want, really. To a limit.
Sounds like that's just the plan, man. It sounds like we just use teleportation magic. We just all wait outside for you.
Spell I'm talking of in particular is Dimension Door. If any of y'all are familiar with this type of magic. I can just state distance and direction.
Yeah, that would work.
I can bring along any objects as long as they don't exceed what I can carry. And I could bring one willing person with me. And then we could just be in there packing bags full of money. As long as we're quiet, pack it up, teleport straight out.
Yeah, that would work.
As long as they don't have any, like, laser tripping stuff inside of the vault itself, that will be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Were you willing to risk it?
I mean, if there is, I would just teleport out. I mean, ain't my problem, but that would be like, then I've used that, and then everyone else have to go blow up a wall and like bum rush.
Yeah, it works for me.
I mean, at the same time, you guys could be making a scene in the front, maybe a little bit. Maybe you could talk about shit in your pants in the lobby, just as a mild distraction. So there's a little bit of noise. While me and Gator Lady can go in. I mean, she seems like the biggest muscle, carry a bunch of stuff. We could start tying things to her.
Alright. Sounds like we've got a plan for the second bank. Sounds like we've got a plan for all the banks.
Mm-hmm.
We are steadily making our way to the station. So, in the last amendments of the plan.
Not that I can think of.
Alright, gang. Let's ride. And you see Billy Winters gets up and just kind of goes to the booth over, because there's still about 5 minutes until you guys pull into the Alright, but if nothing else is to be done in that 5-minute time, I think you guys all converge to the exit of the train, and you guys pull in to the Redwell station.
Did the others ever come back from the back cart with like bags or anything?
That is a great question. Yes, Danny Dick Hackett and Left Leaning and Lenny come back with 4 duffel bags. You see Left Leaning and Lenny kind of like have two of them under his arms. He's got that left leaning kind of shuffle he has. Makes his way up to you guys at the front door. All right, boss, we got him. Ready to head out? You hear the train whistle go and the front doors open and people begin pouring out of all the train carts. There is around 50 people. It's a small station. It's not even a station. It's more of like a singular platform with kind of 2 booths on either side, and then kind of like sharp steel gates running either side to force you in between the 2 kind of toll booths to keep people in an orderly fashion. As you guys make your way out, you see 2 officers, police officers, checking people's tickets as they are being let into Newark. At this, people begin kind of lining up orderly, and Billy Winters begins kind of like touch his neck awkwardly. He seems a little stressed out.
We have tickets, right?
See, I knew a guy on the other end. He just let us on. He let us on the train. I don't think it's a problem.
Well, we should probably just leave through the roof of the train further down and then jump on. Right? Is there any other way?
You can jump out back the
Try.
train.
What was that, Uncle?
He just be talking
Sorry.
sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's saying.
I think I need subtitles. But we know we can just, jump out the back of the train. They probably got one of them there balconies.
All right, sounds like a plan. We could try to light a fire in the station, like we theorized earlier.
Why would we do that? I mean, what's
Distraction.
this work? It's just like a normal worker checking ticket. He ain't gonna chase us. They pay him like 5 cents an hour. What's he get? None of his business.
They're actual police officers.
Okay, never mind. They pay them like 25 cents an hour.
That's a working man's wage. He'd run after us.
Where's that dog? I mean, we could get that. I don't know, make that dog rabid or something, go crazy, catch it on fire, and I'm sure a police officer feel bad for that.
All right, okay, let's just go at the back of the train.
Yeah, let's do that.
Can all of you kind of just make a... I'm going to ask all of you to make a stealth check for me, but use charisma instead of dexterity. Because this isn't like this is like, can you blend into the crowd to make it seem like you're naturally hitting?
Well, this is fucked up. I have proficiency in stealth, you bitch.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, well, you can still add your proficiency bonus, but roll charisma.
Okay.
Natural 20!
18.
-1, by the way.
So a nat 20 is a nat 20.
And then I'm gonna add my proficiency +4 to that. Did it roll? Did it not roll in here?
It doesn't
That's
look like it
fucked
did.
up.
Beyond.
I did do it on D&D Beyond, but I should have Beyond 20. Hold on. Let me just...
I think that's right. God dang it, that one.
No, that is not right, Damien. That is not right.
Why is my extension not working?
Damien set the dog on fire.
I was literally using this earlier today!
I'm just like trying to get off the back
Hey,
of
we're
the
being raided while I'm
plane
trying
preaching.
to fix this.
Thank you for joining. Oh my god, raid. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're in the middle of a D&D Wild West heist. A little bit of silly antics. Hope you guys stay and hope you guys have fun.
Okay, I'm just roll a d20 here, and then it's gonna be +4 +4. So-
+4, +4.
So +8, so it's a 19.
19, still a great roll. I will quickly roll for Lenny. That's good. That's good. That's not good. That's good. It seems everyone except for Frankie and Damien, yeah, kind of gets spotted. So as you guys see these police officers at the tolls checking tickets, they kind of look up, is that lizard lady and priest getting back on the train? And they kind of start slowly, the two of them making their way towards where they see you guys go.
Well, can I just fire a firebolt in a different direction at someone? Just a random person?
Absolutely. Make a sleight of hand check.
I wish this is fixed. Unless someone is doing something faster than Nina is, because you definitely see her about to do this.
I could run by and try to knock over the cops by saying I'm gonna shit my pants.
Okay, she's already plus 8, so 20.
Anyone specific you're trying to aim at, or just a random pedestrian? You see this little dog kind of walking, like, outside of the station.
No, I'm not gonna hit a dog. Anyone look rich or important?
I'll make a perception check for me.
I can 13 plus perception plus 1, so 14.
14, you see like a guy pull out like a crisp $5 from his wallet, and you're like, that's a lot of money.
Sick. Well, I'll aim specifically for the $5 then in his hand. Do you want me
with
to roll
that
damage
18?
or?
Yeah, sure, roll damage.
This man is dead.
13.
You just did you roll that sleight of hand check for me?
I did. It was didn't I?
I believe it was at 13, was it?
Plus
Plus
my
whatever
is
your
6.
6, 13, 19. Alright, so you quickly, suddenly, as you see these two, they're pretty hyper-focused on Frankie and Damien. So you just lit off a little fireball, and you watch as the man at the till kind of pull out a $5 to pay for some tickets. Just get eviscerated and turn to ash. The lady behind the till screams as she just watches him kind of eviscerate in front of him. The police officers immediately turn back to investigate, and you see Billy Winters, Dick Hackett, Frankie, and Lenny just kind of bolt out the front gate.
Yep, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Damien runs and then does like a small prayer for the man.
The music stopped.
And you see Frankie's behind you, or like, well, Frankie isn't behind you. She ran out first, but she sees you and then kind of like copies what you did, just to make sure that he's really got the best tidings on his way out. You see, Leslie and Lenny. Jesus Christ, Nene, you fucking killed that man.
I'm sorry, you should have been more snaky.
I'd like to think it was painless, but I saw fear in his eyes.
That was definitely not painless, I can guarantee you that.
Anyway, alright, we've already spent too long in this goddamn train station. Alright, after the first bank. You guys begin making your way. There is about a 5-minute trip from the train station to the Newark's first bank and insurance company. Any conversations to be had in that 5 minutes, or should we pick up right outside the bank?
On his way there, Damien will probably light a cigarette. And then as it gets down to the end, he'll flick it in somebody's face as they're going by.
Yeah, let me roll for this. You just kind of throw it haphazardly, and it hits like a child, like a little newsboy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Probably like 11. Ah! Runs off down an alleyway.
And then he opens his book and he makes a little note in it.
See the left leaning Lenny kind of look up at you. You're a bad priest, man.
It's what I'm supposed to be.
What?
Maybe I would have gone to church if my priest was like you. You're a sick fuck. All right, and outside of that small little occurrence, you guys make your way out to the front. There are two entrances to this large bank. There's the kind of the front grand kind of like podium. The first bank and insurance company of Newark is a large stone and marble, tell the architecture is very inspired from like ancient Greek or whatever this world's version of ancient Greek has. Large marble pillars, kind of multiple. Who just stabbed someone on the street?
Oh, I fixed my beyond 20.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, this large stone structure, very bricky. Large flights of stairs kind of make their way up to the front entrance as the whole bank is kind of raised kind of substantially off. You guys kind of like huddle outside the front, being like, "Are we just going to send Damien in to open up a checking account? We're all going to rush in. What's happening?" I know that Dan to Dick Hackett and Left Lean Lenny, they're going to run to the try to find the what's the word I'm looking for?
Ledger.
Ledger, the records. See, they can find the keys as well.
Yes, I can go in. If I'm taking too long, just come in and then I'll meet you guys and tell you where everything is. But yes, it should be. I'll go as quick as I can. But like I said, if it's taking too long, just come in and start robbing the place.
All right, perfect. All right, well, by all means, father. Like, what? Are you a father?
Yeah.
You didn't seem real sure about that. I'm just gonna keep calling you Damien.
And Damien will walk in.
All right, let's bring you on to the first app.
This looks crazy. This
He
threw me
did.
off so much.
You didn't even draw the bathrooms.
Yeah, I draw the bathrooms.
Read this. I just made a lie.
Like, Jesus Christ.
There we go. Okay. I assume this is the entrance.
Yes, two large kind of like oak double doors into this like entry. There are, as you can see, multiple desks set up. You see there's like maybe one or two of them. I'd say probably around 3 being actually attended with workers of the bank, talking to people, opening up accounts and whatnot, getting bonds out. And then you see over this back wall here seems to be a teller's office with 2 women kind of sitting on chairs, kind of just like going about, almost like receptionist area.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I will just head up to this teller's.
As you look in, you can see the receptionist area. Well, howdy, Father. How can I help you?
Yes, I was looking to set up a safety deposit box and open an account here with this bank.
Well, absolutely. I just, she pulls out a large, dense bit of paper. I'm just going to need you to fill this out, and you come back, give it to me. The bank does require a minimum of $15 downwards to enter into the deposit box. So you come back with that $15 that's filled out, and I'll head into the back, and I'll sort that out for you.
Is there any way I can see it before making an account? I just want to be sure of the safety of these boxes. This is not necessarily a lot of money, but a very precious artifact for the church.
Roll a deception for me. With advantage. Everyone in New Yerra is hyper-religious.
Was it? Nat 20.
Nat 2024. My Lord, for the church. Oh, praise be the Lord, praise be Jesus. Absolutely. You just come
Amen.
around to the right here. Hey, dang man, come around to the right. I'll lead you in.
All right.
All right.
Then...
So that's the left. That's the left door.
Oh,
My right. I do apologize. That's
gotcha.
on me.
It's
My
a-
right. My right.
My bad.
Yep. I just realized there's a fuck up on the map, and the doors are right down where the desks are. We're gonna move those up. We're gonna hold up. We're just gonna. We can put that there. That's the door now.
I don't see a new door. Oh, there it is.
Get rid of this. Yeah, I am an artiste. Perfect. Yeah, you get taken through. I don't have a token for the teller, but yes, she brings you here into the deposit boxes. These are kind of 4 individual sets of large units, multiple trays on each with an individual key. Now you see here, these are made out of steel. Ain't nobody gonna get in and out without the key, and that would be in the possession of the bank manager's desk.
Very well. And those doors don't lead outside, do they?
No, that is a back foyer. That is for staff only.
Very well. Very well. Yes, it looks quite nice. I do believe this would be the right bank to house one of our original Bibles.
My Lord, Father, you play with my heart too much. I would be more than happy. Now, please, I feel like I've been pushing my luck a little bit too much. If my boss called me letting you in here, I do feel like I get in trouble,
Yes,
man of the
absolutely.
Lord or not.
I was not aware of the $15 minimum. I only have 10 on me, so I will have to go back out and retrieve the last 5, but I will be back shortly.
Well, all right, we'll hurry back, Father. I'll keep it in mind. I'll let the other travelers know that, a man of God is coming in case I am unavailable, but I'll make sure that everything is ready for your return.
It's much appreciated. You're doing God's work.
You see her blush a little bit.
And he will make a mental note and head back out. I'd be like, all right, guys, that map sucked. Let me fill some of this in. And he will kind of basically notate the reception area, the door that goes into the back of the reception area, the door that goes into the deposit boxes, and then the 2 doors that open up to this back room where basically he's gonna assume goes into a set of like offices and then goes down to the manager's office around this bend.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I'll just leave all of the kind of what you can see on the map. I'm not going to keep hiding things. I feel like you guys are talking enough that once it is revealed here on this map, you guys will have knowledge of the room. A few things to just note as you have entered and come back and you're retelling the group. There are no guards. There are no police officers stationed out front. There are no police officers stationed on the street. By all intents and purposes, this is a completely unguarded bank. Secondly, the 3 kind of groups of people who are sitting in the foyer, kind of like opening banks on the desks, there are no humans tending to them. The only humans you saw are the woman sitting behind the tellers, sitting behind the reception area. Anyone who is sitting out in the foyer talking to someone at a desk a brass and glass and metal golem is sitting there. You see they have a brass coil kind of in their chest, and electricity is kind of sparking off. These seems to be small little androids of some kind, very basic in terms of I guess mechanical prowess given the time period, but there seems to be a magical electricity kind of coiling within them. And they seem to be talking and chatting just fine with the people trying to open up bank accounts. But then you make your way back to the group, and what do you say?
The map sucked. Here's where all the doors are. The teller, I'm assuming, is going to be behind the deposit boxes and then down somewhere. I couldn't get back there, but all the deposit boxes have a key, and they are with the bank manager. They're also robots. And he looks at everybody's face.
What happened to the world while I was away? Got trains, got robots. I don't know what the fuck a robot is. Never heard that word before.
Have you
Yes.
heard the word automaton?
That one I have heard.
That's what a robot is.
Well, the world's changing. The closer we are to the old world, the closer we are to all the magic and wonderful inventions they have over here. Seems like this bank is.
These are godless heathens.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Father. These they don't have no soul. They ain't going nowhere with that.
Next thing you know, they're gonna want to have rights. So it's already hard for us half folk. So it's a struggle out here.
You see a dandy dick hack at the half orc. Ain't that right, Nina? Ain't that right?
All right. So what's the place? So the vault you're saying is in fact behind the reception, or is it just in this main lobby?
The deposits are behind the reception. The vault is just behind the main. It's right where the drawing is. It's that was correct.
Yeah, but
you just go in and
is this the door here? Or
yes,
like
Correct.
That's the vault door.
Just in the main lobby, it's just right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not even behind a desk. It's just right there. You could walk
all of these desks. There's a bunch of desks right here.
All right. So what are we wanting to do here? Because I could do the same thing that I was gonna do at the last place, but that's kind of like if anything dangerous happens, I may be a bit up and out.
Yes, this is going to be quite the fight because these automatons. I'm assuming those are the gods because there were no gods inside that I saw. So I'm assuming these robots are going to be the ones attacking us, and they're right in the foyer.
Well, yeah, it was the thing we didn't want to make a scene at this place. That's why we went to this one first. But now you're talking about we're going to be attacking these automatronic people. So
Can someone roll me a d4?
I'll do it. 2.
All right. The whole interaction between Damien and the teller, as well as the conversation you guys are having right now, 2 minutes has passed out of the 5 you have to rob the bank.
I think we just gotta get in there, go guns blazing.
Mhm,
Those of
yeah.
us that can take a hit a little bit better, worry about the robots, and then the others go in and kill the tellers and that guy that made that map because he's useless to society. Let's be honest. So if then they go in there, the deposit box, go from there. fly by the seat of our pants, if you will.
Yes, Lenny can go off and sneak to get the ledger and the keys from the bank manager, and then we'll deal with the automatons. I'll keep everybody alive and well.
All right,
All right.
let's do it.
All right, let's go, team. Billy Winters kind of hitting this gang, makes his way into the front door. Everyone feel free to place yourself in the entryway. Just for context, Snowflake is Billy Winters. The top hat is Dandy Dick Hackett. The sawed-off shotgun is left-leaning Lenny. And the crocodile is Frankie.
The phrase, the crocodile is Frankie.
All right. You hear Billy Winters kind of swing the door. Everyone get on the ground. This here's a stick up. And you see Lifflin and Lenny just absolutely bolt, leaping over desks, making his way to this back room here before disappearing out of sight. What's everyone doing?
Eden's gonna take a step forward right behind Billy. He's going to take off his blazer, neatly fold it, and just kind of put it on the side, and kind of undo his sleeves and just wait, see what happens.
All right. You hear the tellers scream. All of the automatons kind of immediately stop their interactions and then all turn their heads to look at you in unison. The tellers down in the reception scream. One of them goes, "Father, what are you doing?"
He just gives her a wink, and smiles.
Roll just the charisma check.
Charisma. 11.
11. She seems confused by the gesture. As the second teller screams, you see a man kind of swing out from over here, out of the receptionist area. Oh, that is not what layer I wanted to put him on. Token layer. You see him kind of swing out. It is a wizard hat for the icon, but that's not what he looks like. He has kind of slicked back, greasy short hair. Kind of got like, you know, the coloration where it's like white, grey hairs on the side, but pure jet black on top. He's kind of got like a 5 o'clock shadow. He's wearing a red undershirt rolled up, a black vest, and what seems to be like armpit holsters. Leather armpit holsters, but instead of a gun or revolver, he seems to have a wizard wand kind of tucked away. Wearing black pads and brown cowboy boots, kind of comes up. Now, what in the hell's going on here?
A robbery. Sorry, you guys didn't say anything.
I know. Well, I already said like this here's a stick up, and I thought you guys were gonna say something cool. You know, I don't want to kind of hog up the spotlight. This is yeah, this is a heist. Billy would just kind of speak up. The man with the holster kind of speaks plainly to the group. Well, I'm gonna be real nice about this. You here, pack up your guns and head out, otherwise you're gonna have to deal with me, and I might be here, the chief of security here at this here bank. I'm gonna give you the count of 3. Pack up your guns and leave.
Uncle Grady steps forward and pulls out his shotgun and just like aims it at a civilian. It'd be real bad news for your new bank if one of your people got killed here. So
Uncle
why don't
Grady.
you put down that wand?
Uncle Grady, this is the old bank. We have
Shut
the new bank. Okay.
Shut up. It's been a while since my last hit.
With that absolute show of violence, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
You're welcome, guys.
Guess who gets advantage?
Me too.
13. That's unfortunate.
Mine should be 8. I don't know why it says 3 initiative. It should be 4.
Mine's 15, but it did not go through to roll 20 because roll 20 is a bastard.
All right, which one? What was that? What'd you get? Grady, Uncle Grady.
15.
15. Perfect. I will just do these manually if that is easier.
Did it not put me in the turn order? That's annoying. Did that work? No. Or didn't? Oh.
You have your
But no
token
valid.
selected.
I literally had it. I had it highlighted like 3 different times.
What did you roll, Nina?
Hold on. My shit's being funky. 18.
18. All right, is anyone not on the list? We got Eden, Damien, Uncle Grady, we're all the enemies, and we will get your teammates too. This is so bad. I think this is going to be one of the biggest combats I have rolled. Frank, you rolled a 3. By God, someone save her. Dandy Dick Hackett.
You should have pants.
Where did you post the characters?
Hmm?
For the one shot, you posted their description somewhere.
I don't think I did.
You definitely did. You said these are your guys' travel companions.
I think I read them to you because we're married and we just kind of talk.
No, you definitely made a post on Discord that said these are your companions.
I
I've
never
never
saw
seen it.
that. Yeah, I think
You
I think
DM
you're
it to
telling
me?
tall tales there, Nina.
I'm about to find it.
And as these tensions flare up, you see all of these animatronics turn and get out of their chairs. The coils in them kind of bursting with electricity. And central to coming out of the floorboards in the middle of the bank is something of a similar build, but is twice the size of all of these animatronics spring to life. At the top of initiative, we have Billy Winters. I think he is going to take a step behind you, Uncle Grady.
Your daddy wouldn't have hid. Your daddy would have gone right in there.
But he is going to make a shot with his lever action rifle. Oh my god, I just realized okay, AC for that hits. Second one with his revolver misses. So that is only 1 fire. Now, excuse me while I search my dice bag for a D10. What are you? You're a D10. 6 points of damage to number 3. You see, he levels his lever action rifle and takes a shot at this one. And that is all Billy Winters is going to do this turn. Next up is the Chief Security Officer. I think he's simply going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and cast Mage Armor on himself. And that's all he's going to do for now. You see him levy the wand in his right hand, and he pulls out a revolver in his left. Next up is going to be Nina from Pasadena.
Oh boy. Well, what am I gonna do? That's a great question. Well, I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna cast Fireball. Let's see. I am going to. What is the
How did I
range?
forget?
Oh.
Action music.
Fireball.
Action bastard.
I can choose a point, right? And then it's like a range, 20-foot
Yes.
radius square. What about here? What can I get on this? They changed the controls for Roll20. It's been a hot fucking second.
Amen to that. With here, is it 20?
20, yeah,
You can-
20.
Okay, you can get... The only ones you'd miss are these ones on the outer edge. But you can get the 4 and the big one in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Alright.
And then, just check in if I can do anything cooler. Oh, cool. I can add a +4 to the damage roll. Let me make note of that. And then, I won't. Okay, no. Yeah, I'll just cast Fireball. So I need, Dexterity. I've never played a sorceress, so forgive me.
Yeah, I already got the saving throws. Only 2 of them succeed.
DC 16?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, 8d6 fire damage. +4 on top of that. So, 36 fire damage to the ones that failed, and half to the ones that succeed. It also
36?
ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't worn or carried.
Alright, so the nice red velvet carpet goes up in flames. All of the desks are set alight, and anyone opening up a bank account also gets eviscerated in the process. So 1 is fine, 2 is dead. No, they saved. So what's half of 36? 36, that is 15, 15, 18. Alright. So you're on 10. I mean, what?
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
Which one was it, Sam? Which one was it?
I ain't gonna tell you shit. Right there. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fucking dead. And those 2 are fucking dead. You can add... Yeah. Okay, so these 2 ones get absolutely eviscerated. I thought they were going to be more useful. And this one in the center also fails. 36. My lord. But he is still standing strong. Next up is Dandy Dick Hackett. I'm playing 4 classes that I don't usually play, and I'm learning the character sheets for the first time. He is going to, first thing first, as an action... He is going to try and cast... He's going to cast Hold Person on... What's the range on Hold Person, actually? Hold Person.
Like 60 feet, isn't it?
60 feet. Yeah, bang on. And that means he is in range. Perfect. He is going to cast Hold Person on the Chief of Security.
That messes with what I was gonna do. That's fine. It's everything's good.
I'm sure you will have much better things to do on your turn than Dandy Dick Hackett. What is his spell save? 15. And Hold Person is a Wisdom saving throw. And that succeeds. So unfortunately, Dandy does Jack on his turn, but he's going to give a bardic inspiration to the person next to him. He's going to give it to Uncle. Speaking of which, that is your turn. He is going to take a step back to allow Frankie to make her way through.
everyone sees Uncle Grady just kind of crouch down, and you hear just like the longest sniff of cocaine. He gets up, his white beard is somehow more white, that like his face is entirely white now. He just bashed his face in it. He pulls the pickaxe off his back now. And as part of my rage, I can move up to half my movement speed. 1, 2, 10, 15, 20. And then I'll take the rest of my movement. So 5, 10,
That is
15,
a
20.
attack of opportunity by one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
automatons.
yeah.
Okay, just making sure,
Did you just jump on the table, by the way?
Oh yeah, Uncle Grady, like he is surprisingly dexterous. He just like swan dives up onto the desk.
That is a 13 to hit, which I believe misses.
That misses. Uncle Grady like flips him off over his shoulder, and he comes up to the security officer. He lifts up his pickaxe. He's like, "I hope you made peace with your god," and he goes to attack. I will also. Sorry, first time playing a barbarian.
No stress. We're all going through some growth pains here.
Reckless?
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if it was a bonus action or not. So yeah, I
Nope.
can just reckless.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna do that to get advantage on my attacks. First
Music's
attack is a
not playing for me.
19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay. Uh so it's gonna be 16 plus 9 plus 3. So 28 damage.
Makes that nice and easy for me. Perfect.
Nice and easy because that was his exact HP. He's dead.
Sure.
Couldn't get that lucky. I will take my second attack as well, which will also be with advantage. Another 19 to hit.
It hits again.
Ignore the Divine Fury. I only get that in my first attack with the round, so that's going to be 13 damage on the second one.
13. Nicely done. Makes that less easy for me.
Sorry, I'll try to deal damage in even numbers.
Yes, please. That'd just be better. Or just, let's shoot for 10s. In groups of 10s would be preferable.
We can round up to 20 if you want. I'm fine with that. But that will be my turn, it looks like.
Alright, next up are the smaller coil golems. There are 4 remaining. They have a normal speed, so they're going to make their way. Yep. They could just absolutely make their way there. One's going to go for Dandy, one is going to go for Billy Winters, and two of them are going to go for you, Eden.
Won't this one take an attack of opportunity?
From who?
Gator. I mean, it depends on what route you went, but
they went from here to over here.
well, they were right here.
The gator's over here, Jesus man.
Oh, it's showing right here for me.
Weird.
Strange.
Okay. Well. Oh yeah, they just moved up and then back into place. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I did that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's where she's been the whole time. Anyway, let's roll some attacks for the coil golems. Each of them get you make 2 attacks. So this is 2 attacks against Dandy. That is a hit. That is a miss. 4, 1 plus 8. That's 12. 13 points of damage. This one is going to be against Billy Winters. That is a miss. That is a hit for a much better 18 points of damage. These 4 are going to be against you, Eden.
All right.
There's an 18 hit.
Yes.
That's a natural 1. That is a 20-something.
Yeah,
And
hits.
that is a 15.
Yes, that
Can
hits as well.
I cutting words on the 18?
Yeah, absolutely.
So re-roll, and then I use one of my bardic. Or wait, okay, I roll a d8 and subtract the number from the 18.
Do you want to do it to the 18 or the 15 that hit?
Yeah, the 15
Did the
hits.
15 hit?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
then
I have a very
I'll
low
do it
AC.
to the 15. I
He
thought
wanted to
15
gamble.
Oh, well, it's 14.
Does a 14 hit?
Yeah, that still
The fuck
hits.
is your AC?
14.
Really? Do you not
Okay.
have unarmored defense or whatever?
Yeah, that's with it.
First attack is 8 damage. Second attack is 9 damage.
Okay.
Third attack is 8 damage again.
Okay.
As these two cool animatronics just literally start like shadow boxing you with their steel hands. That is all of their turns. Can't really do much else. Next up, speak of the devil is Eden.
All right. Eden got mollyrocked. He's upset now, quite literally and figuratively. So bonus action, I would like to rage. You see that Eden's like whole body kind of like morphs a little bit. He gets a little bit taller, about 7 feet tall. His arms elongate at the end with claws, and you see his neck also extends and kind of opens up into the form of a bipedal snake. And he's going to start slashing at the golem. We'll start off with the one right in front,
All right, we'll go directly in front.
and these are going to be reckless as well. So that's a 26 to hit,
Absolutely hits.
14 slashing.
How do you want to do it to this guy?
I feel like Eden, kind of. How tall are the golems? Just out of curiosity.
How tall are the golems? They are maybe like 5'5", like quite short, quite squat, but like still relatively human in shape.
Gotcha. All right. I feel like Eden kind of like grows like above them and towers over them, and just like uses his one claw to kind of stab into it, and lifts it up, and with his other hand he just kind of like rips it in half.
Yet your elongated claws shatter the kind of glass window. But in your form currently, the shards of glass don't matter. Your fingers twitch with electricity as they kind of bend around the coil, and then you just rip the top half, and you watch as the electricity die out.
All right, and then I will attack the one right next to me.
All right, roll to hit.
18.
18 hits.
11 points of slashing.
11 points. All right. A decent chunk of metal gets taken out of the kind of vaguely human face, kind of plastered on the front.
And since I am using my claws, I get one more.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Oh, he went for it.
I feel like this is a waste, but that's okay. 18 points, and because of
18.
brutal critical, I get to roll another d6,
Okay.
which is another 6.
And you just, with that final brutal critical, top off this final one. As, do you do a similar thing to this one? How do you do it?
As like Eden rips the other one in half, like he still has the other one impaled on his first hand, and he just grabs the other one, lifts it by the head, and crushes the head, and drops both of them at the same time.
Glass and steel and brass kind of get scattered to the floor and slide across like the marble tiles to the feet of Billy Winters, who goes, I hired a fucking snake! Eden, is that your turn?
I will. Yes, I will use my movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. And I feel like Eden in his giant snake form is just like moving desk out of his way, just trampling towards our security guard.
Yes, like those old Skyrim animations where they kind of glitched out and just moved furniture as if they weren't there. Yeah, tables get flipped over, chairs get moved, charred corpses of customers get pushed out of the way as you begin making your way. Next up, we will go to Damien.
These robots are nothing. Damien will action dispel magic on the mage armor.
Ooh,
For this
okay.
guy?
That's mean.
That's dirty. Outright filthy.
That's right up there with counterspelling Revivify.
What's the
And you
range
just see
on dispel
it's
magic?
120 feet. Yeah, it's it'll get it. You see Damien pull out a cross, and he just goes, "On the name of the Lord, drop this shield that these blasphemous people put upon themselves using ungodly techniques."
All right, let's see if God answers. Is there a save at all?
Depending on the level of the spell.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower automatically ends.
God indeed answers as this first level mage armor gets done away with in the eyes of the Lord, leaving our friend here a lot more vulnerable. Damien, is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't think it'd be worth to preserve life heal yet, so that will be my turn.
All right. Next up is the large coil golem. As it begins lumbering its way forward, it's going to make its way here, and it's going to use its lightning release ability as a 40-foot cone of electricity jolts out of its chest. You see the coil begin kind of like sparking more and more uncontrollably. I'm going to need everyone in that little box in the hallway to make a dexterity saving throw. DC 16.
Everyone in this entire area? Or is it like a line? Or like, what's the...
It's a cone. It's a cone.
Is it like, how big... Is it hitting like literally everyone in the gang? Or...
Everyone north of it, yeah. It's big enough to do that.
Out of
Like-
curiosity, is it also going to hit the other golems too?
Yes.
Okay.
Who put that fucking cone there?
Yeah.
That would
Okay.
be me. It looks like you might have to sacrifice not hitting Damien to hit all of them.
Yeah, Sam, how big's the
That is
cone?
four.
You can't just say, I hate
It's
you all.
I'm God. It's as big as I want it to be. Okay, I'll say everyone except for Damien has to make. Thank you for keeping me honest, Nick. You bitch.
And just for everyone, if you go to measure the little ruler, you can pick the shape you want to use.
Oh, they added that? Nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually really helpful.
It could be a line, square, circle, cone, or a
You said
beam.
dexterity saving throw?
Yes, DC 15.
Uh, 20.
All right, that's a
I
save.
didn't roll again to fucking roll 20. It's super fucking cool.
That is a fail for Frankie. That is a fail for Dandy Dick Hackett. And that is a natural 20 success for Billy Winters. Now, I don't have enough dice to do this, so I'm just going to
Whoa,
roll
wait a minute.
It was good knowing you guys.
That is 40 half to 22 who saved. Oh my god. And who else is there? Frankie? Frankie is quite frankly unbothered. Yeah, as it releases this big thing, but as kind of the shock settles, you guys kind of come back to it. you realize that the electricity within its coil of this larger golem seems to be sparking a lot less and a lot less violently, and its movement seems to be a lot slower after that release. Next up, speaking of the devil, is Freshwater Frankie. She is going to bound here.
She came bounding over.
Yeah, she's actually going to make a athletics check to jump over the smaller golem. Freshwater Frankie, where your thing at? Okay. With a 21, she leaps full 6 feet in the air over that smaller one, lands in front, and is going to bonus action rage. When you enter a rage, you can choose a number of willing creatures you can see within 30 feet equal to your con modifier, which is 4, to gain 5 temporary HP. She is going to give that to Dick Hackett, who looks like he's clinging on to life. He's going to give that to Billy Winters and to the 2 others in the back. So that is Nina and Damien. You guys get 5 temporary hit points. And then she is going to pull up her fists and begin punching the shit out of the big robot. You see, as I mentioned before, these like kind of driftwood-esque gauntlets are made of jagged pieces of wooden nails and kind of add a bit of extra kick to her attacks. Alright, so this is the first one. A 4 plus 9 for 13, misses. That is a 7 plus 9, 16, misses. And then she is just going to try to bite the fuck out of it. And the bite fucking hurts. For 9 points of damage. 1. Alright. Yeah, you see her just start like absolutely going to town. It seems its large, thick, reinforced exterior isn't really doing much. So you see Frankie get visibly frustrated, just kind of jump on it and just like sink her teeth into like the glass chest piece. The glass is thick enough to not shatter immediately, but she kind of like she's on there. And that is going to be her turn. Next up, we're back to the top of initiative already. Billy Winters is going to take a step back, as is kind of his get-go. Take a attack of opportunity, and that hits. Royal Golem. They hit like a truck, don't they? Yeah, they do. 16 points of damage. And he is all the way back down to being very injured. But he is going to take 2 shots at the guy in front of him. That hits. That also hits. These guys aren't hard to hit. 4, 8, 9. And with a pinpoint accurate shot, Billy Winters actually showing he can be useful. He lands a bullet right into the core, destroying the reactor. He is also going to action surge. Actually, no. He's going to save that for later. Yes, once per choice. And that's going to be him. Next up is this mage here. Okay, so he's fucked. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I hear.
You gonna put your armor back up, little magic man?
Shit talking while you're at it.
What's wrong? Little Goblin Jr. gonna cry?
No, not that. Instead, you're going to. Okay, here we go. He is going to he pulls out his wand and he expels 2 charges from it. to cast Hold Person on you, Uncle Grady. So that is going to be a
Well,
DC 17 Wisdom save.
Well, that just seems unfair to old Uncle Grady. Why didn't they roll? Hello? Okay, I guess I gotta roll a manual. Because saving throws don't work these days. Well, I don't...
Interesting.
What was that? Wait, did that even roll?
No, it did
I don't know what
not.
the hell that did. Okay. I'm going to use my ability to re-roll a saving throw once per rage. Because I assume a 12 does not do it.
No, you're looking for a DC 17.
21.
21, that
Uncle
does
Grady
it.
bats that out of the air.
But he will bonus action Misty Step. He's going to make his way back here and another 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make his way through this door and then out of sight. Next up is Nina from Pasadena.
All right. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to Misty Step the fuck on out of here.
Oh!
What was that noise?
It's fine. I gotta figure out another way to heal you now, though.
Oh, I'm fine. I saved on my
okay.
thing, so that's nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna teleport over here. Whoop. And then he ran through this door?
The wizard?
Yeah.
No, he ran through this back door here.
Oh. So he went through like this way.
He Misty stepped through the counter, this like open counter, and then
so I
he
can
ran to
see?
the back door. Give me a free persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
Perception. I am sorry.
Persuade the DM, Kawhi.
Did it still not roll? That's sick. I don't know why this is not working. +1. So 18?
18. I will say with an 18, you do get to see he hasn't made it an inch past the door. His ass is still very much right there.
Okay. I don't know if I want to be next to that guy. I wish this was like Boundary, where you could press space and then your thing moves. I know
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
the
way
only
to do it.
downside to Roll20.
Damn. Well, I'm just gonna pull out my little pistol. And this is my flavored firebolt. I'm gonna shoot him in the ass.
Shoot him in the ass.
I can't roll from here, so fucking 1d20. Natural 20?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Double
What's that,
the damage?
40-10?
Yes, it is. It's 4d10, and then because it's fire, it's another +4. 29 fire damage in the asshole.
29 plus... Oh, no, you're out of the +4. 29. Perfect. He is looking rough. You plant him square in the... like, straight in the back. And he kind of recoils as the fire licks up his sides. That is a hefty amount of damage you've just put on him.
And then I'm just gonna kind of like back up. I see this man over here kind of like staring down this way, and I just like kind of like lift up and step out of the way. And that's my turn.
All right. Next up is Dandy Dick Hackett. Let's see what he has. I wish I had played more Bard in my lifetime. So he already failed the whole person. None of that is any useful. He is going to cast Fairy Fire on the large animatronic. And that is a saving throw on his part, in which he fails. So everyone now has advantage on this large coil golem, as the brass fittings almost seem to glow a supernatural glow, becoming almost impossible to miss. And he's also going to fucking back the fuck up. He's actually gonna hide in the corner here. He's looking rough. Next up is Uncle Grady.
I look at Eden and I point at the big thing and I point at the guy that ran away. Which one you all?
Eden's snake mouth opens up and you see like his face, like his regular face kind of push out, kind of like a Full Metal
Jesus.
Alchemist. And he's just like, I'll take the golem. And then he kind of just goes
Okay.
back in.
Is this like a counter that I can like leap over?
Yes, easily able to leap.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, so I can make it to there. Uncle Grady pulls out his shotgun, and I will shoot him a couple times, hopefully. I'm gonna put up my character sheet on roll 20, though. Cool. It's not working. Cool.
God damn.
I will just roll that manually, I guess. It's gonna be a plus 3 plus. It's gonna be a plus 7 to hit. Roll 1d20 plus 7. I'm gonna add that D8 bardic inspiration.
Hey, kept in the back pocket.
That my friend that I definitely know the name of gave to me. It's 11 to hit.
Still misses, unfortunately.
Even without mage armor?
Yes, he's a 13 default.
It's fair.
Yeah, and reckless attack only works on strength attacks, so that's unfortunate. So I'll take my second shot though. Uncle Grady's not used to using the shoot guns anymore.
Hey, apparently so, as you just fire blindly. You're aiming in the right direction, but just at this distance, the shotgun spread is too much. You litter the wall surrounding him. Uncle Grady, is that your turn?
Oh, Jesus Christ, he has so many things on his character sheet.
Can you not do reckless on any of those?
He can
Okay,
only use
lost.
it on a strength-based attack. This is a dexterity-based, unfortunately.
Lame.
No, I do not have anything I want to do at this moment, which also means my rage ends, because I did not do damage, and I have not been damaged since my last turn.
Unfortunate. With your frustration of not knowing how to use the shotgun properly, you kind of feel your, like, I don't know, rage of battle kind of wear away into just pure annoyance. No anger to be found. Uncle Grady, is that your turn?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Next up is this last remaining smaller coil golem. He is just going to beat the shit out of Frankie. Misses. That hits. Is it 2d8 or 2d10? 2d8. And I don't think I had... No, Frankie did rage, so 13, 12, half to 6. Frankie, once again, unbothered, is having the time of her life. Yeah, the core golem turns around to Frankie, who is still kind of like dangling off this large, like 10-foot golem, and he just kind of swings wildly and clocks her in the back. That is his turn. Next up is Eden.
Eden, already committing to going after the big golem, will make his way back up. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. These will not be reckless because I already have advantage. This 2. 25.
25 hits.
It's going to be 10 points of slashing. And I'll use it in a second. Second attack. Another natural 20.
Jesus Christ.
Dang.
All right, so first off, that's going to be 15 points of slashing. I get to roll another d6. So that's 4 more points. And I am going to use my Infectious Fury ability to do... Well, let me double check this right quick. Yes, I'm going to choose to do 2d12 psychic damage. Now, question for you, Madam DM. Would that also be doubled since it's a natural 20?
Yes.
All right. So 4d12. 24 points of psychic damage.
You see the large coil golem is immune to psychic damage as it does not have a brain.
Damn, fucked up. I got another attack though.
Yeah, no, that'll do it.
26.
Jesus.
That's 12 more points of slashing.
Yeah, as you see Frankie kind of like clawing and biting and gnawing at the front kind of plate, you just begin lashed into its back, chunks of metal getting ripped off. You see that most of it's coated in like a nice brass polish, like just to like look nice, like the new age of technology. As you start ripping in steel and wiring and like animatronics and grease gets pulled out from under. Eden, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Next up we go Damien.
Damien will hold his cross to his chest and cast Cure Wounds on our boy over here. It's looking rough. At the 4th level. And that will be 4d8 plus 11. For 29 points of healing.
God
As
damn.
he says, "Let the sin wash out of this sinner, and bring thou unto me, so I may burden his evil deeds."
You see Billy just kind of shake, his eyes kind of glow ever so slightly with the power of God, and his sin and pain has been washed away from him. Is that your turn, Damon?
How is Mr. Top Hat looking over here?
He's seen better days. He looks equally as hurt as Billy Winters, but maybe less. He's looking rough. He's looking real rough, actually. No, now that I'm looking at this, he's looking real rough.
I will move right here and end my turn in preparations for next turn.
Alright, next up is this larger coil golem. You see him turn around to look at you, Eden, very slowly, much slower than how he like pounced up to the front gate, the front entry hall earlier. He kind of slowly rotates to you, only able to take 1 attack. He's going to swing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does a 13 hit?
Actually, 1 second. No, it doesn't.
All right,
DC of 14.
he swings at you, but this arm comes so slowly as it tries to recharge the energy it has lost from that first attack that it just so easily kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Telegraphed, and you move out of the way. That is all he can do, but he will see if he recharges that lightning release. He does not. But the coil begins to power up once more, and he seems to be able to move a bit more fluidly. Next up is Frankie, who is once again going to try to continue to take it to this larger monster. That's a hit. That is a miss. And that is also a hit. So one attack with her Driftwood Gauntlets, one with her Bite. We'll do the Driftwood Gauntlet first. That's great. And then one with her Bite fight. Alright, she continues to claw into its front side as Eden, you take it from behind. This thing is slowly getting whittled away. Finally, we have Billy Winters. I got so much goddamn dice on my desk. Billy Winters is going to make a single shot with his live action rifle. That is a hit. Actually, he might kill this thing outright. No, the fuck he won't actually. That's 2 hits. 4, 9, 25, then 7 plus 4, 11, 14. He continues to fire at the smaller coral golem, and once again will take 1 step back to distance himself. That is his turn. Next up, we have the Chief Security Officer. He is going to turn back after getting attempted shotgun, but actually firebolted. Turn back to you two. And I think he's going to cast a 5th level fireball. Centered here, getting both Uncle Grady and Nina.
Yeah.
This is a dex save, right?
Correct, Mondo. DC.
I have
what's his DC?
advantage on that.
Nice. DC 15. He isn't crazy.
Let's see if this actually rolls.
21.
That's a
Ew.
save.
I'm really happy with beyond 20 right now. Fucking great. +2, so fucking fail.
You did get a 15 on D&D Beyond.
I did
to
get
be
a
fair.
15, but
Like,
no one
I will
saw
take-
it, Nick.
I will take the 15. I believe you, and I can also fact check later. So, is it a 15 exactly?
Yeah.
16.
Okay, so both of you only take half of this damage. Wow.
Wow,
That is
that was so
abysmal.
bad.
Both
Oh
you
my
take
God.
14 damage.
13.
What did I say? Get
You
out
said
of here.
14.
Does he have any bonuses?
Uncle Grady uses the fireball to light a cigar.
Wow, that is truly abysmal. That's right. He is going to, however, make a dash further into the room and out of sight. And that is his turn. Next up is Nina.
Let me check something really quick. Nope. Okay. Trying to see if I fixed it, but I did not. I am to jump over this counter. Is this any extra movement?
No, it's simple enough.
Okay. Can I move through him, or do I have to move around Uncle Grady? Can I?
You can
actually-
move.
He's how? What are you? Are you a small man? How tall are you?
6'8".
Can I slide between his legs?
I mean, I was gonna say you don't need to waste any movement getting around him, given the fact that
just
it's an
want
ally.
style
But if you
points.
make an acrobatics check to slide through his legs, DC 12, I'll let you go an extra 5 feet of movement.
You let me go extra 5 feet for free?
No, you have to make the acrobatics check to slide through his legs. Hold up.
Well,
DC
fine.
12.
It's fucking. There hasn't been a nat 1 in a second. I'm actually nervous. Plus 24.
24. 24, you can go extra 10 feet. You slide through Uncle Grady, you feel a breeze of air between your legs as Nina from Pasadena pops up and gives chase to the wizard. Oh.
If I get... My mouse! If I get here, can I see him at all?
From where he is in the room, I've moved him to a specific point. No, you can't.
Is he in the fucking corner? Because I will kill his ass.
You don't
I'm
know,
going to
unfortunately.
use my action to dash, and I'm going to move right here.
You turn the corner, and he's like 5 feet away from you, crouched down, like...
Alright. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna burn a sorcery point to use, Quickened. Or it's 2 sorcery points. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands at first level on him.
Alright. What's the DC on the dick serve?
16.
That is a 24. He rolled fantastic. No, 22. I lied to you.
Well, he just takes half then.
You take half.
13 fire damage halved.
Half to 6. That didn't seem to bother him too much, but he still isn't looking great from where he started. Nina, is that your turn?
Well, I did dash, so is this like a table?
No, those are the actual like rows of deposit boxes.
Okay,
Those go all the way up
so,
to the ceiling.
So because I dashed, I just get, what is that, 60 feet? Right? My feet is 30.
You get another 25 feet. You move
Yeah,
another
another
5
20.
squares from where you
Okay.
are.
Ooh, that can get me here. You're not gonna let me slide through his legs, are you? How tall is he? Could I hop over him? Can I just can I run and like fucking do the jumpy thing over? Like, you know when you do like the wall jump over? Did you let
I
me
will
do
say,
that?
DC 16 athletics
Athletics.
to wall jump over him, and I'll give you an extra 5 feet. You can DC 13 acrobatics to go between his legs, and you can just go the 25 that you already have.
I just want to
Make
get
your
behind him,
choice.
so I'll just do the. I'll go under his legs. Plus 10. 15? What was
15.
the DC?
I did. Are you sliding between his legs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a DC 13, much easier, and you get to pop up behind him. No sweat.
I'm gonna pop up right here.
Sweet. Is that the end of your turn?
I will say her like sliding and acrobatics she's doing is a little circusy, like flamboyant kind of show. Not so like trained CIA professional type movements.
Like seen out of Circus Soleil? Is that what it's called? Anyway, Yerra doesn't have one. Nina, is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright, next up is Dandy Dick Hackett, your bard friend who gave you the bardic inspiration. You should remember his name, he's a nice guy. He turns to you, Damien. Father, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna die here. It's because I stole all this fancy outfits. I didn't pay for jack shit.
Son, you will not die here today, as God has brought me here to you. Give me one round.
What can he do? Lieutenant Lenny is not in this fight, so I can move his character sheet out of here. He is going to do a second level healing word on himself. That is +4. That is 2d4 plus 4. No, not that. Wow. 7 points. He will take it. He is panicking. And he will flick a bardic inspiration to you, Damien. Next up is Uncle Grady.
Question about the bard. Is he a high enough level bard that he has unfailing inspiration?
I don't think he is.
Okay. It does not affect my turn, so I will just go ahead. Kind of crouch down. He sticks his head into his overalls, takes a big whiff of cocaine again, to go into a rage, move half his movement speed. As part of the rage, he goes into the room, sees the guy just standing, sees Nina behind him. I have not played any game of yours. Do you do flanking?
I think so. I think Clay's the one who doesn't do it because he's weird, but I usually do it.
Okay. Then I do not need to reckless attack. I'm gonna get a little spicy though.
Alright, get spicy on me.
And I'm gonna use my Great Weapon Master to do a -5 penalty to the roll.
Alright.
He doesn't have mage armor, so I'm praying. Advantage. It's a 22.
-5 for a 17, that still hits.
That is the -5.
Oh!
Beyond 20 has beyond 20 has a thing to automatically subtract.
Your beyond 20 works.
Oh, you must be nice. So it's gonna be this. So it's gonna be 24 plus another 10 for 34 damage.
Okay.
You put that pickaxe right in his brain.
Yeah, how's he looking?
He is looking very, very rough.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna go for another one of those attacks. 22 to hit.
Also hits.
Are you gonna do the? Well, were you doing the great weapon thing, or can you do it once?
Why did it turn it off? Okay. Well, yeah, I was. So it'd be
22
17 to hit.
17 still hits.
Okay. So minus the Divine Fury, so it's gonna be 8 plus 3, 11 plus 10, 21.
21?
21 damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Is he good?
No.
Okay.
This sheriff mage is just getting dunked on by a coked up miner.
Yeah. I think Uncle Grady looks at him and says, "Hey man, if you just want to go sit in that chair over there and just kind of hang out and not fuck with us, I don't need to kill you."
He vomits blood all over your overalls.
Oh shit!
Oh, now you gotta die.
Uncle Grady's at your turn.
Yes, that's my action bonus action. Yes.
Alright, next up is the last remaining smaller coil golem. He's doing his best. They're gonna make their way over. I think they're just gonna punch Damien in the back of the head. Does a 16 hit?
Meets it, it beats it, so yes. But I'm gonna reaction cutting words it.
Alright.
So minus A 4. It doesn't hit.
All right. Second attack is going to be a natural 20 for a 27.
That will hit.
You could try to cutting words it. Don't like that face you're making, Sam.
That's 34 points of bludgeoning damage. Out of the 4 d8s, he rolled 3 8s and 1 6.
God dang. I mean, I'm still fine, but God dang, it was the
Yeah.
34, you said?
Yes, it just cold cocks you with its steel fist straight in the back of the head.
Mhm. Just king.
That's his turn. Wow, that was a. Next up is Eden.
All right. Eden is. It still has fairy fire on it, right? The
Yes.
large golem. Okay, just making sure. So 5, 10, 15, and he's going to keep slashing at it. He hacking, slashing, and whacking.
Stop it! Jesus.
Another natural 20. Then I get to roll another d6. So that's 18.
Yeah.
And another one. 26.
26 hit.
9 points of slashing. And then the final one. 19.
19 hits.
10 points of slashing.
You are carving into this thing. Yeah, you dig your claws into one of like the hinges about its waist where one of its leg connects, and you just absolutely rip it to shreds going in either direction to the point where it barely operates now. It's almost like a pig leg where it's staying in one direction and holding its weight, but it is not moving well. Eden, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Right, next up, finally, we got Damien.
For a life domain, don't you get health back when you heal somebody else?
Yes.
I believe you do.
Where is?
Go to
Can't find it on my
features, go to
feature.
class features, and then it should be plus, like something plus the spell's level above a certain threshold.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Well, it says the creature regains additional HP equal to 2 plus spells level.
Maybe it's a higher level life domain
Yeah,
feature.
it could be a higher level life domain, which is it's not too
What?
big a deal.
Hold on.
Disciple of Life, whenever you use a spell of first level or higher to restore HP, the creature regains additional HP equal to 2 plus the spell's level.
Yeah, because you have like mega heal, but you should have another thing that heals you.
There's a thing at 6th level for.
Okay,
life
that's
domain.
why.
It's
Yeah.
called.
I'm 5th level.
Oh, you 5th level?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a 5/5 multi-class.
You don't have
Alright.
blessed healer.
I do not. Which it's fine. It's not too big a
Okay.
deal. I was just
I had to
wanted to
open
make
Elias's
sure I wasn't
character sheet.
messing up. He will use a 2nd level cure wounds on our bard boy over here. So that'll be 2d8 plus 9. 2. And so that'll be 15 points of health.
Sheesh.
As he says, "Let this man be cured of his sin and of his ailments. As we get through these trying times."
He is looking a lot better. Yeah, similar kind of glow of holy light from his eyes, come to Jesus moment, for this degenerate and sinner. Is that your turn, Damien?
That will be my turn.
Perfect. Next up is this large coil monster. He's gonna roll for his big energy blast. And he gets it back. He is
I will take my attack of opportunity if he is
go
moving.
for it. Yes, he is
And-
moving there.
And I also have Sentinel.
You're a bitch.
So that's 27. 10 points of slashing.
Slashing. Oh. You may have just saved a large portion of your party, but however, as you kind of strike it in the back, it turns to you. It is going to let out its full blast of electricity on you.
Mhm.
I'm going to need. I mean, hey, that's what barbarians are for, baby. A dexterity saving throw DC 15, please.
All right, and I have advantage on these. Ooh, 14.
So you
That is
are going to
a-
take.
Did he get a bardic at all?
I haven't
I
gotten
don't.
a bardic.
Okay.
So you are going to take the full 8d10 for 38 points of lightning damage.
Mm-hmm. Sheesh.
And that is its turn. Next up is Freshwater Frankie. You know, she's been able to reckless attack this whole time, and I haven't been doing that for her.
Well, it's got fairy fire on it, so
That is a good point. So I should be rolling these with advantage anyway. Alright, first is that's a natural 20. Second one is a 3 and a 1. Jesus. And her bite is going to be 18. So, okay, the bite hits. That is going to be 6 plus 4, 10 points of damage. Down to very low. And with that natural 20, she might do it. That's a Driftwood Gauntlet. That is a D8. It's going to be 2d8 with natural 20, 2d8 plus 5. That is. This thing is looking rough. As she continues to bite and rip into it, she cocks back one of her gauntlets and shatters the kind of bulletproof glass casing of its coil, fully exposing it but not damaging it. Next up is Billy Winters. He is going to take a shot at the smaller guy that just cold-cocked Damien. That hits, and the second shot is a natural 1, which doesn't. But we are going to grab a D10 and see what's this guy on. And how much does Billy Winters do? Okay, he's got this. Unfortunately, not quite enough.
He don't got
Yeah, one short.
His daddy would have hit better.
His daddy probably would have hit better. And he is going to second wind to regain 17 points of damage. To the point where Billy Winters is looking fresh and fine. Not a problem. But what he is going to do is he is going to use a distraction attack on the smaller one so he doesn't get another attack at Damien. Next up, we go into the deposit box room for the chief security officer. His hands are kind of on your overalls. He's looking you dead in the eye, blood drooling from his mouth, blood drooling from your chest. He looks you dead in the eye and says, "You don't know who you're stealing from." He's going to take a little bit of coke that he finds in your overalls, does a little sniff, and he casts Fireball centered on South. He has 1 HP.
Oh, no.
This is a 4th level Fireball. I'm going to need DC 15 dexterity saving throws from Nina and Uncle Grady.
No, we were suicide bombing in New Yerra.
That's a 7.
Oh, no.
I get advantage. I
You do
can
get
roll again,
advantage.
and then if I fail it again, I can also re-roll it again because of my.
Did you also roll a
raise, so
7?
Yeah.
Jesus
We get another 7.
I'm going to use my ability to reroll it again. 17.
17 is a success, so that is 96.
All what?
33 for Nina, half to 16 for Uncle Grady.
Oh!
And everyone out in the foyer, you hear a blast of fire break open, essentially the wall leading into the deposit boxes. You see these large, you know what? I'm just going to be a dick and say for the sake of the heist, this deposit box is ruined. And the money, as kind of the smoke settles and the wall gets blown out of the deposit box, you see flaming $100 bills kind of patter over you guys. Good on ya, you legend. Next up is Nia.
Damn.
What the fuck was that?
You said this wall's busted open, right?
Yeah, that whole wall's gone.
Yeah, she's just gonna like stand up. She's like singed to absolute shit. She was already wearing like a cowgirl crop top. Dude, I mean, her titties are basically fucking out. She got shorts on now. She's just gonna come out here. I can move to like right over. Oh,
Sorry,
I was gonna say, why did I move?
oh my god, stop. Move over like here. God damn. Like 50 feet. What do I got? Shit. I'm gonna I cannot see this man, or he has like cover.
Yeah. Girl, I'm gonna be real. There's like 6 degrees of separation. Technically, and I mean technically, you could.
How banged up is this thing?
That thing's looking rough. As I described before, Frankie has completely ripped open the glass kind of like casing for its electrical coil, and it is fully exposed.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use Scorching Ray. So she's just gonna come hobbling out and just hold out her gun, her little handgun. And I'm gonna fire 3 rays for each ray. So let's roll this one at a time. 1d20 plus 8. And let me just copy this for convenience. 21 for the first hit.
If you're going for the big guy, that hits.
Okay, do you want me to just roll all 3? I'll just
No.
roll all 3. I'm rolling
Okay.
all 3. Okay, natural 1 for the last one. And then slash roll 2d6 plus 4 for the first one, so 10 fire damage. Let me double
As
check.
you launch forward this scorching ray, it lands full center in the coil, in the electricity, as its chest is fully explodes. And you send this thing into a full-on meltdown. It begins sparking and shaking, and yeah, it begins to overload. It is killed, but it is not deadly.
Okay. Does this feel like if I shoot this thing again, it's gonna blow up or not do anything?
You feel like whatever you have started, you've knocked over the domino. There's no getting it back now.
Okay. So then I already rolled the second one, which was 18. If this guy has like, you're gonna give this guy, because that would go to the next guy then. Back here. But I don't know if
Yes, and he has a 9 AC, so that hits.
Oh, okay. So And then this is just going to be 2d6 flat. So 8 fire damage.
And how would you like to do it on the small guy?
It's nothing cool. She's fucking singed to shit. Just aims her little handgun, fires it off, and then I think she's just gonna collapse on the floor. Like, she even fires off a third one, but it, like, hits the fucking ceiling as she's, like, falling.
And as you collapse, so too does the smaller one. Getting ready to do cold cock Damien again. It falls to the ground. Next up is Dandy Dick Hackett. He is going to... What is he going to do? For the most part, everything's kind of over. He's just going to buckle down for the meantime, take cover, and I think he's going to take the dodge action. Next up is Uncle Grady. What you doing?
So explain to me real quick, like, what are these, like, multiple deposit boxes, these things?
Yeah, so essentially on either side, I would say you probably have like 10 high, 20 wide, just rows upon rows of small little deposit boxes, front and back.
And probably just opening one of them is an action.
Probably, yes.
Okay. I think Uncle Grady, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Is this door openable?
Yes. Just seems to be a back foyer.
Goddamn, is there a second floor? Is there any doors on this wall here?
Technically, yes.
Okay, because
Oh,
I would dash. Okay.
This isn't even that big a deal. You, if you could round the corner to see that there is a break room down below.
Okay, I can just get to the door with a dash.
As you open the door, you meet face to face with an incredibly skinny, almost gaunt in the face, kind of tall, lanky man. He's about 6'1", kind of like receding hairline, graying hair, stubble, awfully can't fully grow a beard, but also doesn't shave it as well. Wearing like a button-up suit, trying to look nice, working at this establishment. Do you know Billy?
Lil Bill? Yeah, I know Lil Bill.
Yes, you guys need to give me my money. I just heard a bunch of explosions coming from out front.
Yeah, son, I'm gonna tell you real quick. I don't think that's gonna work for me no more, cause listen, I'll speak plainly to you, son. You can give me the keys, or I can shoot you.
I don't have
'Cause
the keys.
Well, then what the fuck good are you?
I put it on the map where the keys are.
I should shoot you just for that map. You are no use to society.
And we are going to cut from there if that's your turn. Full dashing
Yeah.
into the break room. We move past the final coil and we move to Eden. What are you doing?
So the actual coil golem, it's not gonna explode, right?
Make like an intelligence check.
Okay. That is a 12.
It's going to explode.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, Snake Eden's going to... The core is going to explode, right? Not the... Like the core of the actual golem is going to explode?
Yeah, you could see, given the fact that it's been shattered, the electricity and the magic coursing within it has kind of become unstable. You don't know to what degree it's going to explode, but it doesn't look good.
Okay. If that's the case, Eden's going to grab the core in such a way that that he kind of like breaks it off, and he's going to run towards the vault, which I should have plenty of movement to get there. And I'm going to drop it. Would ripping the core up be an action?
Yeah, I would say that would be an action to rip it out.
Got it. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. Yeah, that is my turn. That is my movement. So I'm sit here for a second. Or would I be able to throw it like halfway?
Yeah. I would
Okay.
say you could rip and throw as one movement.
Okay. I will stand right there and throw the rest of it so it hits the vault door.
Right. It begins spiraling Tom Brady style game-winning touchdown. In the moments before it hits the vault, there is Damien's turn in between the two. So Damien, what are you doing?
He is going to pick this right here. Go right there. And then since it's there, 45. He will cast second level healing word. So that's 2d4 plus 7 on Nina. That's 13 points of health. As he says, let this sinner be rewarded for her good deed in taking down this man.
Man, just doing his job. Awesome. Yeah, you heal 13 points to, I believe, Nina. And yeah, next up, literally next in initiative is the large coil golem. As the coil begins to charge and charge and charge as it strikes the vault, it explodes in a 10-foot radius of the same amount of damage it does on the release. This time, completely shattering open the door to the vault. I even had it in my books that one of the ways to open the vault was to use the coil golem. So, you read my mind. And as that door shatters open, as Nina and Uncle Grady are singed from head to toe, the rest of the Walkers gang kind of rattled from much more action than they expected in this bank. I think we're going to jump onto our break here.
Yeah.
Oh shit, hold on 1 second. Let me find that button. Alright.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. We are now at part 2 of session 1 of the double heist of Newark here in New Yerra. I mean, let's pick off right where we left off. The explosive coil of the golem you just fought javelined into the vault door, shattering it into a million pieces. You now have access to the vault. Things have died down. There seems to be no present threat. But Lenny is still yet to return with the keys and the records and reports on the highest grossing deposit box. What's everyone doing?
Eden would revert back to his regular human form. And I feel like Eden's a little selfish. He's walking into the vault.
Yeah. Anybody who's hurt, come to me. Everybody else, get to the vault or go look for left-leaning Larry, I guess.
You see, Billy Winter's gonna call out, Lenny. His name's Lenny.
Yes. Left-leaning Lenny. That's what I said.
Nina will head over. What's the name of your characters you see, man?
Damien.
Damien, that's right.
Angelo the Second.
She'll kind of just hobble over to Damien. She's singed to shit. Her crop top is now like her titties, like it's like her
Under
nipples.
boob.
Yeah, it's like under boob. Which her scales do go up to her titties, so the mystery is revealed that she does have scales on her boobs.
The real question is, where do the scales stop?
There's a gray area between here that y'all have to figure it out.
Yeah, but she'll kind of hobble up. She also has, now more clearly that a lot of her clothing has been singed off. She does have a tattoo on her right forearm of a pair of dice. The number a 3 and a 6 that have like tarot cards next to them. But she'll kind of hobble up and just be like, I'm hurting real bad. I need some help.
He'll raise one hand up and bring his cross and hold it over you. God, let this child be healed by your light, and wash away any sins that may remain within her. And he'll cast 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Sheesh.
Not D6. D8. 10. 19 points of healing.
Oh, thank God. You know, you sound like someone I know when you talk like that. It's real funny.
And who might that be?
I'm just my girlfriend. You ain't gotta know about that, though.
Well, may God bless her.
How long has Damon been with this gang, by the way?
I think Damon is the most recent addition.
Yeah, he's basically been hired and brought onto the gang for this mission specifically, as a healer.
So you're the hired help. You're new.
Yeah. I'm basically hired mercenary.
Okay.
Alright, I think we'll go over to Uncle Grady on the far side of the map, having just bumped into Billy Winters' friend's neighbor's husband.
If you go in that deposit box room, there is one that got blowed up. And I guarantee you can find at least $250 that is not burned up. So if you want to go in there and wait, like, while you do that, and I'm going to go into that room over there, which I assume is an office of some sort.
Yeah, that's Big Boss Man's office room, but he's real upset about it. He got all of him private guards in that room, and small little fella walked in and he got jumped by all them, so it's pretty tense in there.
Oh, did the little fella die?
Oh, I'd left before I found out, but Boss Man isn't the kind of person to keep people living if you don't like them.
Oh, well, fuck. Listen, I don't know that man. I don't know him very well. So why don't me and you both go to the deposit room? We'll talk it over with everybody else.
All right, sounds like a plan. You guys begin making your way back out to the main lobby. At this point, everyone kind of, I assume, convenes.
Yeah, but apparently the little fella, he got caught by the boss man, and apparently the whole office is filled with like guards and stuff. So I'm just gonna assume he's dead. So why don't we just get what's out of the vault and get out of here?
Just go leave Leflin and Lenny to die?
I don't know him.
I do. You've been with this gang going on 15 years.
Yeah, but you gotta make sacrifices.
Make a persuasion check.
You gotta make sacrifices.
An 8.
That fits.
No, absolutely not. All right, what we doing on this job? I am the leader of this here Winter Walkers gang. We're gonna march on into that room. We're gonna find Leflin and Lenny. We're gonna take the goddamn keys. We're gonna get out of here.
Why don't you throw a stick of dynamite in the room? Well, after we get left leading,
I was gonna say Lenny's in there, so that was my thought. But Lenny's in there. No, if he's still alive, I wouldn't want to be personally responsible for his death. I'll let him die, but I won't kill him.
Sam, during this discussion, Eden did go straight to the vault. How many bags am I able to fill in the time that this discussion is taking?
You go in there and you realize that you actually have no need to fill bags, as within the vault of the Newark First Banking and Insurance Company, you find 120 1 kg gold bars split up into 4 different duffel bags, totaling 30 bars per duffel bag, coming together for a total of $76,800. And in that center console, you see a glass case and a sword there. A sword in the glass case. And that would be in the central vault. The walls here, these are the ones where you find lined with gold bars.
Okay, Eden's going to start getting the gold bars. And despite his small frame, he does have max strength. So it's very off-putting seeing this tiny man carrying this much loot. And yeah, he'll kind of walk out and say, there's a sword in there as well. Do you think we should grab that as well?
Shit, might as well. We just broke into the vault. Might as well grab it.
Is it like on display, or is it kind of just like nestled there, or?
It's on display. It's like an ornate glass case, kind of like held up, yeah. And it looks fancy too.
All right, Eden is going to try and take that as well.
Right. Yeah, you do so. Pop open the glass case. There's no audible alarms going off or anything. No traps, no glyphs, nothing, and you take it. I'm assuming you bring it back to the party?
Yes.
Everyone is welcome to make a religion check.
That's a 1.
That's an 8.
Must not be devoted to Jesus.
That's a 7.
Know it.
Would I get advantage?
I give you advantage, you see, man.
Appreciate it. Advantage. So 22.
This is the holy relic, an ancient artifact known as the Sword of the Archangel Michael.
Oh my god! This is the sword of unimportant I will take that off your hands.
Hmm.
The sword of
I'm
unimportance?
just kidding. It's the sword of the holy angel Michael.
Oh. You know
Like-
where that's from? Like, I mean, like, where it would have been shipped from or anything.
Would I have any knowledge on where or how this was obtained?
I don't think you would. I think from a purely religious standpoint, it's almost like a thing of myth. So the logistics of how it entered Newark, I don't think you'd be too on top of.
Mhm.
It could be possibly in the, records of the bank.
This sword wasn't even sure to exist, so I have no idea how it got here. But
You know,
The
they
ledger-
no label out on it. Don't
the
have
le-
like a sticker. That's what I meant more so than it's just sheer fabrication as a magical item.
Was there any documentation when I picked it up from the case?
Purely on display.
I mean, it ain't important. It's just noteworthy, I guess.
Ian's gonna kind of like side eye Billy and be like, boss, I think this is good. I don't think we have to go to the second bank if we don't want to.
No. This was the bank that I decided to rob. No, that we gotta do the second bank.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
say,
dude.
that Von Sabrin wealth for sure is something that would be nice to get our hands on.
Okay. I'm okay with getting more money, but
now I will say, I would give up my portion of the loot for that sword.
Sword don't mean shit to me. Can't even use it.
I ain't giving a shit about no sword. I give a shit about gold and cash. You take the sword. By decree of Billy Winters.
I will take the sword.
and
For sure.
Eden will hand it over, but kind of whisper to you, "Can I take a look at it once everything's calmed down?"
Yes. Shouldn't
Purely
be a
from-
problem.
Purely from a scientific aspect.
Mhm.
Guys, I feel like we're pushing our 5-minute time limit on this bank.
Yeah.
We need to go get Lenny.
Yeah, I guess.
Go get Lenny, and I'll be in the back. Let me tell you, if any of you need healed, I with the hand of God and the sword of a first angel, and as you raise your hand, he will clap it, and you will get. Let's see, probably need a little bit more than first level, so we'll give you a second level cure wounds. Strong 8 plus 9. 20 points of health
Sheesh.
as the
Okay.
holy light rains down upon you. Does anything else happen as I'm holding this sword of an angel?
Nothing innately, but I will say
Mhm.
you'd feel a holy warmth emanate through your hand when you touch it.
I'm gonna burn some sorcery points to restore spell slots.
All right. And everyone makes their way. I am just going to open up this part of the map, and you guys pour in. You see, kind of like held up in here, there seem to be 10 armed guards with lever action rifles holding them to you as you open the door. You see a stout, wide man in a blue pinstripe suit, vest, white undershirt, bright red tie, completely bald, a little bit of stubble. He looks like the guy who runs Monsters Inc. in the first movie, you know, the crab guy. That if he was human. Just as wide, just as stout, and he's sitting there. His rings adorned with gold fingers. He has a scar kind of just caressing the right of his mouth. And he has a revolver pointed to the back of Lenny's head, who's kneeling on the ground. And Lenny looks in rough shape. He's breathing, his breath is rattling, he's covered in blood, he looks on death's door. You see kind of the, presumably the manager of this bank begin to speak up. Now I can see that y'all have already tendered the vault, but if you were to be inclined as to hand me out on a lucrative offer for both of us. See Billy kind of nods his head. All right, speak. Now, I don't think you want all the trouble that comes with the gold and the sword you found yourself acquiring, but however, I'd say if you leave all that behind, your friend Lenny, I give you the keys to all the deposit boxes you want, and I'll tell you where you can find all the best loot in each and every one of them. Additionally, I'll call off the cops. Anyone's coming here after that explosion little stunt you pulled, I'll tell them everything's fine and dandy. You can go about your day as if nothing ever happened.
Now, what I want to make clear is that explosion zone was not actually us. Your security guard actually suicide bombed me.
Now, I ain't talking about the fireball. I'm talking about the core of the coil golem that went off.
I was on the
in
other
the
side of the building. I didn't hear it.
Either way, the mere fact that y'all are here and present in my establishment means that y'all are responsible for any misdeeds that have happened here today.
Nina's gonna pull out her gun and she's gonna point it at Lenny. Be like, you think you got leverage right here, sir? We're thieves. You think this is a bargaining chip? Really?
Whether or not you care for your friend here is none of my concern. I was more thinking to be pressed with the sheer amount of police on their way here.
I think we just need to get going. I mean, police are coming no matter what, right? I don't know how much they'll buy that nothing's going on. I think we're already wasting enough time.
I think you underestimate who you're robbing here, darling. We own the police in this. This here's a mob bank. And y'all done made the biggest mistake of your life.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the group and get the vibe.
I think you see Uncle Grady, like, his hand is behind his back, holding a bundle of dynamite.
What about the
Billy...
other? Yeah, the other ones.
Dandy Dick Hackett, the half-orc man, he is so shaken. You can see he's almost at the back of the group, ready to just leave in general. Freshwater Frankie seems quite frankly unbothered about any of the personal relationship going on. And Billy, you kind of see shaken, kind of looks at Lenny and kind of whispers, Lenny, I'm sorry.
How tough does this man look, by the way? I said, how tough does this man look in front of me? Like...
Oh, the guy holding the gun to Lenny?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 50-year-old man. He's got, like, the aura of someone who, like, has a big nutsack and likes to swing it around, but, like, you could shoot him. He doesn't look like he's, like, a
honestly,
fighter.
As she kind of, like, looks, you know, around to the group to get, like, a gauge and sees, like, the mixed reactions, and then I think she's gonna try to shoot the old man faster than he can shoot Lenny. Well,
I'm going to...
I was gonna say, Eden would probably step forward a little bit and speak to our old man friend and just say, I suggest you let Lenny go, and we'll be on our way. I'm gonna use suggestion.
All right, what does he need to roll?
he doesn't. He needs to roll pretty shit for it to not work. Wisdom 11.
I appreciate your gall, son, but you weren't in no position to make demands of me. Now, you drop the gold, drop the sword, before I kill your friend and open fire on all of you for wasting my time.
You know what? That's actually really smart there. You know, I forgot that was a thing that, man, sir, I suggest that you actually forget this all happened and just go walk home as slow as you can. I'm gonna cast suggestion.
What's the DC on this one?
16. Just look at the plus.
If it meets it, it beats it, correct?
Damn it. Yeah. Is that what's... Are you looking?
I'm looking.
Does this man have an insane wisdom? I'll kill myself. This old man is
No,
so
he just
wise.
rolled one below. Hear me out. Suggestion.
Yes.
Do they know they've been suggested after the fact?
They
But it lasts the
I'd
entire
say,
direction.
And it lasts the duration, which is 8 hours.
Okay. But after... Okay.
But
In
if they
your
complete the task, I believe it ends as well.
Alright. So you have required him to...
Forget this all happened and walk home as slowly as possible.
Okay. Fine. Everyone get out of here. I need to go to bed. And he begins making his way past you guys. You see him actually round the corner here and begin going up the staircase.
Oh no!
Oh
we
fuck,
gotta
he lives
go.
in the back. Let's get the fuck out.
Lenny, you're lucky that Eden reminded me. You have no idea.
He's got like a broken arm bleed. I just won't get out of here.
Lenny will get what is it? Let me find it. I'll channel Divinity, preserve life, and give Lenny 25 HP. Unless
will
he hits
pull-
half.
No,
before
that is still under his half.
Yeah.
However, he will take it graciously. He gets a bit of a spring in the step, and you guys begin hauling your ass out of here. Can I get
That's
another
bad.
D4, please?
I did it last time. Who else wants it?
I'll do it.
You
D4.
won.
One.
Hell yeah.
We have 1 minute.
So quick. The train's leaving in 1 minute.
Can I get one more D4? I
What?
forgot to do it. I forgot to do it at the train station when you guys had a little kerfuffle with the guards.
I'll give you another one. 3.
Alright.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Right, and you guys begin making your way out of the bank. Right.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna be running. We were gonna pass the... Oh, what was it? It wasn't like the... It was the... Was it? No, not the mayor's.
No, the governor's mansion's
governor's-
on the other side of town.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
As much as I want to burn it down.
There
There's
was
a
something...
courthouse.
The courthouse. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we're gonna be running past that. 2 things. First, well, I'll ask the group. Do we want to steal some horses? Because that took a damn long time, but it's gonna cause a scene if we take them.
Where are we gonna put this gold?
I can just hold on to it for a while.
Okay.
Make a choice. We want to steal horses or we just want to haul ass?
What's our time frame looking like, Madam DM?
It has taken you guys 21 minutes. It'll have taken 21 minutes for all of this to occur, as well as the 10-minute journey to the bank, to the next bank.
Okay, well...
And then there's also a 5-minute journey back.
How about what are we on right now?
Without the 10-minute journey, you guys are on 11 minutes.
11 minutes. This is a 40-minute heist?
Train stop.
30-minute.
Girl, you literally said... I said to you earlier, I said, it's a 30-minute heist. Then you said, I went back in my notes and I looked and it was a 40-minute heist. So now it's 30 minutes?
It's 30 minutes. You can watch the VOD back. Billy Winter said you guys got 30 minutes. That's canon.
Damn, Sam. Okay. So we're at 11.
Mhm.
But it'll take us 10 minutes
To get to bank number 2.
to get to bank number 2. So if we happen to procure horses and could ride, how much time would that save us?
I'd say you'd chop 2 minutes off. So it'd be a
That's
3-minute
enough.
journey.
Is that worth it?
I don't think that's worth it. Let's just run.
Yeah. And we're gonna be passing by that courthouse, so
Yes.
let me double check. Firebolt is 120 feet, so I'm just gonna shoot at a tree right outside the courthouse as we're running past to start a fire.
Alright, you guys light a tree on fire outside the courthouse. Roll a D100 for me, Nina. 33 and below, and then that fire really starts to go.
What if I fire it more times? Or is it just the same stat?
If you just want to fucking... Well, I'm thinking if you light a tree, it's going to take some time to get there. If you just, like, fucking huck firebolts at the building, at the trees, at the bushes, you can get it going.
It does
Toward
also
that
say a
time.
flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
Yes, the tree will ignite, but if you aim actually at the building, then the building will light.
I'll try to hit both, but can I roll a D100 to see how bad of a fire it is?
Sure. 100 being the worst, 1 being not so bad.
66.
It's a pretty bad fire. It's in like the top 30% of fires. Top 66% of fires to be incredibly accurate.
Now her mindset here is because this is a courthouse full of important people. There's a bank that was robbed, courthouse. It might split the police / firemen. Because that man was going upstairs. Fucking fast. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. But outside of that, you guys take the 10-minute journey on foot to bank number 2. Yeah, 10 minutes. You guys have now taken 21 minutes in total for this entire thing. You guys make your way outside the bank.
We're going right into the bar.
Yeah.
We're exploding that wall.
I thought we were not doing that.
We ain't got time now.
Yeah,
We
we
go.
don't have time.
I thought we were just gonna teleport in, grab the money, and teleport out. Wouldn't it take more time to blow up the side of the building?
That's fair.
That's
Okay,
also-
we're going in. We're teleporting. I forgot about that. We're
Yeah.
going in. We're teleporting.
Let me double check something. Wait, what? If you arrive in a place already occupied by an object or a creature. Okay. Interesting. The only thing I would have to check in order, because I would have to mathematically be like, okay, I need to go like 30 feet forward, 5 feet up to make it into the vault. Could I try to see how thick the wall is? Like looking at the building from the side? If they have any windows in like the front.
They would have windows in the front. You guys, we're all on the map. We're on the correct map. Perfect. They would have windows at the front. How thick the walls are?
Yeah, so that I can like, well, if it's like, because it's like the vault itself would probably have maybe like, I feel like the metal would be thick.
I will say that you said that this is a actual blueprint, right?
Yes.
So they do have pretty detailed information on like how thick the walls are and pretty like detailed explanations on terms of like measurements. So we theoretically could accurately teleport in there.
Absolutely. Give me a intelligence check, Nina, with advantage. We're gonna call it a DC 16. To get real specific and land exactly where you want in the vault.
I will bless you as well. You will get bless and you will get bardic inspiration.
God damn.
Nina,
Madam,
you stop
Madam DM,
panicking.
may I
Okay,
say
I'm gonna
something?
hear Raider out.
I have inspiration from rocks. Would I be able to use this inspiration for Nina right now?
No.
Okay, feels worth a shot.
Nina, you start panicking, realizing that even a small minor miscalculation means you losing a limb or potentially your life if you teleport into something. Maybe there's like a rack in the way that someone forgot to put away that you could teleport into. You start hyperventilating. Any mathematical equation in your head that would get you anywhere near the vault leaves your mind in this moment, and you start hyperventilating.
I can't think of how far this guy. I don't know how far to go. I can't do it.
So we're blowing it up. We're blowing up the wall.
Prepare the dynamite.
Gritty has like a bundle of them already set up.
Alright, you guys rush into the saloon, bust open those double wide swinging doors. It is old, it is decrepit, the floorboards are giving out, it smells like shit in here. But you guys make your way to the back wall where you think, the hallway kind of ends. Uncle Grady, you place the dynamite. Blue Winter's like, alright, Nina, I know you're freaking out right now, but can you hit it with your fire magic?
Pew.
Do you
No,
just do a
not when
point
they're
blank?
standing right there.
All right, everybody get back. Get back. Use the abandoned tables for cover.
It fell apart when I touched it.
All right, just everybody get back as far as you can.
Blow it up.
Alright, yeah, these rickety old wooden walls. You see this place is brand new, like it looks stunning, but it isn't. This thing has been made, it's like almost like a general store. The walls are thin, everything except for the vault is just made out of like wood. The wall gets blown to pieces. And I'm assuming you guys are bum rushing to the head office.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Everyone begin placing your tokens in this back office here.
Out of curiosity, we have to run past the vault in order to get there, right?
Yes.
How heavy duty does this vault look? Similar to the first one, or more or less? Or
The first one was a huge, ornate, almost like, I keep saying brass, but that's just kind of what the Wild West aesthetic was. Like brass, big turning wheel. It was like 15 feet tall, 15 feet wide. It was huge. This one is much smaller. This one's, like the other one was almost decorative. This one seems like, I don't know, maybe like 3 feet by 3 feet. Could actually be moved by hand to open up the door.
if that's the case, as we're running by, I don't think it's going to work, and I don't think Rage actually does anything mechanically for this. Eden is going to Rage, and he's just going to try and pry it open with his pure animalistic strength.
I will cast, just for the attempt, enhance ability at 4th level, and give you bull strength.
And what does that do?
Target has advantage on strength checks, and the carry capacity doubles.
If you're
I will
raging,
say
don't you get a?
Yeah,
Right,
if you're
will have
raging, it's
advantage.
already advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
So you, just,
well-
you could save a spell slot.
Yeah, never mind.
Raging, advantage on strength check. I can't think of anything more straight up strength check than trying to muscle this wheel out of place to kind of just open it. I'm going to say this is going to be a DC 22.
okay.
Did we land on the
Straight
right or
up.
the left? By the way,
Hmm?
I
We're
thought
on the
we were
right
like-
side
Why'd you put them over here?
because
Oh,
we were.
because you guys said you guys
bum
got to
rushed
bum rush the head
Okay.
office.
But if this is like as we're moving, Eden's gonna
Yeah.
attempt it. Okay. It's a 19.
You hear metal like pop and snap, and you almost feel like you're
you
so close. But if you
bless
just
him?
continue to
Did you not give him bless, GC man?
I mean, I
Well, if you
would
didn't,
have. I didn't know.
You know what, Sam? You gave me. I'm gonna try again. I do have inspiration for me. May I use it now?
yes, and I will allow you to use the bless from GC Men this time, but it's a brand new roll.
All right. You are a generous god, goddess, DM. Okay. Natural 20.
Ping, ping, poof, and the whole system pops open. These large, like 6-inch in diameter rivets come rocketing out of the wall as you bust open this thing, and then it slowly opens up.
Rox, I don't know if you're there, but thank you.
oh,
How do the inhabitants of the bank react to a giant snake man ripping off the hinges to a vault?
You don't see anyone currently. There's no one walking the halls, no one in any of these offices, like a ghost town.
Okay, yeah. Eden
I
just
would say
kinda,
you
like,
hear a few faint screams from the front of the building after the explosion.
Mhm. Yeah, Eden tosses it, and like his face comes through the snake mouth, and just like, all right, grab everything. We need to go. And then he goes back inside his mouth.
Right, the rest of the Winter Walker gang runs in there, and this one is just walls and walls lined with thick wads of cash. This is where Lenny and Dick Hacker get the duffel bags out and just start throwing money in. Would anyone take the time to like, maybe not count, but get like a general vibe of how much cash is in here?
I will, because I'm not gonna be like really grabbing tons of money and stuff. I'll leave it to them. So I'll do like a eyeball count.
Give
Speaking
me
of it- Sorry, speaking of explosions, I heard something explode in the front, so I will be right back. So
yes, please go check on that. Give me just a straight up intelligence check, just to like eyeball how much wads of cash you seek.
Oh, that's a 7.
It's a lot of money.
Yep.
How many sticks of dynamite did I use to burst through the wall? After 7 bundled together, it doesn't do any more damage.
Would you have chosen to go max damage?
I think I would have used 7 if it
Okay.
took that much. Yeah, okay. Just want to get an accurate count of my dynamite. And I think Grady is holding like another bundle just kind of at the end of the hall waiting for if any guards or anything show up.
You guys start wanting to catch. I think the rest of the group, just like by sheer momentum, kind of bust in here just to like check what's going on. And you can see immediately they kind of like stumble back and they all kind of become like fuddling out, coughing and hacking. Except for Freshwater Frankie, who goes to the back of the desk. And then as you guys are like shoveling cash, they're kind of like coughing and gagging. You see Billy Winters go, "Ah, someone goddamn killed the bank manager in there."
What do you mean
Hold
somebody
on.
killed the bank manager? Why? Who killed them with what? Why are you choking?
It smells like shit in there. Balder's been decaying for some time.
Did he poop his
Ooh.
pants?
He might have shit his pants.
Who wanted you to rob this bank, Little Bill?
You know, wealthy, influential man.
That's not an answer, Little Bill. You tell me right now who told you to rob this bank, because I'm starting to think this one was a little too easy, and we might be in a trap or something. I was trapped in a mine for 20 goddamn years, Little Bill. I know what a trap feels like.
Roll a persuasion with advantage for me.
I was trapped in-
Natural 20.
His man, Mr. Blackburn, head of the Blackburn family, one of the noble families up here in the colony. Now, they were beefing with the Von Severins, going back and forth long time. And they paid us to come liquidate some of the assets of the Von Severins and bring them back to them. But we were going to get out fair split.
Do you really believe that you were gonna get a fair split?
Hell, I'm the one doing all the work. I'd like to think
Hey,
so.
why not take it all for yourself?
Make a persuasion check.
21.
Having the Blackburns on our ass rest of our lives. So that's a big undertaking.
What do I know about the Blackburns? As someone from Louisiana.
Roll a history check. Everyone, welcome to roll a history check.
Ah, my history, of
So you get
course.
to lore drop.
4.
4.
Sam, would my previous occupation
3.
give me any kind of bonus to this?
Oh, could I get
I'd say roll with
'cause of
advantage.
my previous occupation as well?
What? I don't
It's
know
a
if you
nat
know
one.
anything about.
Blackburn?
Given
A
your
del-
previous experience, you would have dealt with certain rich folk in Louisiana, not in the colonies.
You got me there.
A double 10, which means a natural 20, right?
Hmm.
I'll say with kind of like a group, not great, but Eden, you know, there's a bunch of rich families from the old country that have kind of lived here. The Blackburns are one of those old, rich, old money type families. That's all you really know about them.
Damien's ain't never heard of no Angie or Blackburn.
Listen, regardless of what we decide, we got a whole train ride till the next station to think about whether or not we want to get off. We'll just keep going to the sunset. We need to get going. Frankie, and then Billy kind of walks in, and Frankie's just like eating the corpse of the bank manager.
Respect.
You guys can help get all the money, right? Or
Yeah. Billy, Dean, and Liflin and Lenny hobbling, start once again shoveling money into bags.
This is actual bills, right? Not gold bars like the previous one.
No, this is Bill's.
Okay.
and then once we get all the money, I assume we're heading right back out the way we came in.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone roll me another D4. Nick or Kawhi have yet to do it yet.
I'll do it. I summon
Low,
the power
roll
of Moon.
low, roll low.
Let me channel Moon. Fuck!
Dang it.
I guess that it would be very
I
Moon.
think that means we have exactly enough time, though. Because we had 9 minutes. It takes 5 minutes to get back to the train station.
You guys begin shoveling money in bags. You guys are realizing you are cutting it close. There's a lot of cash here to put in these bags. You guys are going, everyone's kind of doing their part except for Frankie, who is somewhere else to be seen. You guys are about like 99% of the way through the cash. Or you hear a hiss, like a crocodilian hiss from the bank teller's room. You hear a guttural bout, not from Frankie, but a human voice, like mutter, betrayal. Continuing hisses from Frankie as she begins hauling ass out of the head office. This is a big crocodile lady. She looks scared.
And I throw that bundle of dynamite that I've had at the ready. I'm like past her into the office.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You light it, if it whizzes by. You guys see just before this bomb goes off, and I do realize this is the least intimidating token I probably could have chosen. But
Yeah.
the gaunt, ghost-like spectral form of this bank teller has a revolver in their right hand, a bullet wound on the right side of their temple, gaunt eyes, pale form, the business suit still freshly pressed from the morning, kind of cock its head and look at you guys and mutter again, betrayal, before the TNT goes off. How much damage is that?
They get to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And it's going to be 10d6.
Dexterity saving. Okay. That's a fail. What's the radius on this explosion?
10.
A 10-foot radius?
Sorry, 20. But I can throw it 60 feet, so I could throw it at the wall.
So you're throwing it at the far back. Okay.
Yeah, so 20 feet from there would be like the doors. I think I didn't kill anybody.
Frankie's ass gets singed, but yeah, by all means, roll the full damage.
34.
34 points of damage.
And I think Ray's like, wrap it up, guys. We got fucking ghosts.
Yeah, the fire goes off, and as the smoke settles, this banshee lets out a horrific scream as it seems to want to rectify some sort of wrongdoing it experienced in life. But for there, I think we will leave it for now. This fight will probably take a while, so we're going to pick up with it next session. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. It feels great to be back in New Yerra. It's my little baby of a D&D setting. I love it very much. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for having fun, being silly. That's what New Year is all about. We will come back next week with the big fight against this ghost, clearing out the final bank, and hopefully a very successful escape on the train. But until then, love yourself, love each other, love animals, stay hydrated, and we've been Life of Dives. We'll see you. Are we going to do a talk show this week?
Yeah.
We'll see you back with the talk show Wednesday. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.